What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawnyScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawnyScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawnyScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Shawn. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a morning. Oh, man. I'm here on Instagram Live. Well, I'm about to get on live. I'm on Instagram. We can get to everybody's night last night, but I went to sleep early last night.
Oh, early. So that means you refreshed.
I said, I was like, Golden State going to lose to Memphis. I missed all the activity. I missed the foul, a guy getting ejected from the game 3 minutes into it, and guys getting injured and fractured elbows. And
he fractured his elbow?
Yeah, he's out. He's out. Gary Payton's the second. Yeah, dude came behind him. Memphis wasn't having it. They was giving paybacks for Draymond Green's flagrant foul in the first game. It was a fast break. Brutal. I woke up. That's what I get for going to sleep and trying to get a good night's sleep. Damn it. I needed to stay up.
Yeah, this was when he fell and his arm didn't bend. He fell on his arm.
Yeah, he tried to, yeah. So they all pissed off. Golden State mad. Memphis and Golden State, they got a series. That's some shit you saw in the 90s. Now there's a series. My man Ja Morant went for 47 points. He was like, I don't care about these old light-skinned dudes on Golden State. I don't give a damn about them.
Wait, he almost won that first game. They literally was a layup away from winning the first game.
A layup away. This is going to be a 7-game series, and now they really now it's smoke. But that's basketball. That's a sport. It's supposed to be smoke. Then I wake up this morning and what the hell? Somebody tried to flagrant foul Dave Chappelle on stage. What the fuck is going on, people? Now I just saw they ran up there and tried to tackle Dave. And as we said, Dave wasn't cowering. We ain't see the whole video, but supposedly he grabbed old dude and they were tussling. Yeah, N-word. See, we tussling now. This ain't gonna be no Oscars. And then I just saw the picture of what his arm looked like after he got. They said Dave Chappelle was still joking. He was yelling. He was yelling, saying they stomping him out, y'all.
Last one. Yeah.
His arm is backwards on the stretcher. From what I saw, the dude's arm is backwards. Now the unfunny part is that yeah, it's backwards. Like it's
you see the little video.
It's somewhere. Yeah. It's pointing in a different direction. I'm upset that he's conscious.
I'm
upset that he's conscious.
That they didn't just stomp him out.
And reports are saying that he had a knife and a gun. They said Chris Rock got on stage. True story. I'm just reading what I'm reading, so if it's not accurate.
Wait a minute. What you talking about?
No, Chris Rock was there. It's the Netflix Comedy Festival in LA all weekend.
Oh, okay.
Jamie Foxx was there. Busta Rhymes said Chris Rock said, was Will here? I'm just saying, no. I swear, that's what I'm reading. Dave Chappelle then said after, he said, we found out he was a trans man that attacked me. And he was still joking. And the dude is black. What is going on? What are we doing here?
Good morning, Don. Good morning, Diana. Nikki White Chocolate. What up? Shawn.
Man, oh man, let's get Wednesday started.
Joy.
Y'all get on IG Live when y'all can. Let's get IG started.
Okay.
I think the YouTube froze. What happened?
My new bestie, Joy. What up? Namaste.
Oh,
Dude had a gun in
so
the
we got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Godness. Yup. Is that true? Jamie Foxx got that guy? I don't know. I think Jamie may have gotten him off, but we didn't, because whoever was recording, dude, if you're recording, listen, man, once you're recording with the phone, even if you're not supposed to be, you're obligated to get footage of the whole goddamn situation. You can't stop. Like, somebody got footage of the guy tackling Dave, and then the footage stopped.
Oh, wow. I just saw the video with his arm backwards. Oh, my
His
God.
arm is backward.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Are we really going to show this?
What's that thing in the line
Show
there?
the video.
Reverse.
It's only 9 seconds.
Reverse.
Oh, my God.
Reverse. Such a stupid ass gift for running on stage. I'm still mad you conscious.
Oh, my God.
Well, he tackled Dave, so that was, I guess,
Well,
as he tackled
it wasn't
him.
a tackle because Dave ain't go down. Dave shoved him to the side and they tussled. What is wrong with y'all people?
But we got the after video. After that happened, Shawnee got the little 9-second clip of what the guy's arm looked like.
Reverse.
Putting him in the ambulance.
Oh, wow.
You should be asleep.
Yeah, I guess you violate jumping on stage.
You should be asleep.
Wow.
I'll give it time before I go where I told y'all this was gonna go. I'll give it time before I say I told y'all so. I'll give it time when everybody was joking and laughing. Everybody was joking and laughing. Comedians are overreacting. Everybody, you overreacted just because Will ran. Will was right to run up on Chris Rock over a joke. He was right to run up on Chris Rock over a joke. Yes, okay. The floodgates have opened. So if Dave Chappelle is getting run up at the Hollywood Bowl, what do you think is going to happen to comedians at comedy clubs?
What is this right here? Oh, this is just a melee on stage afterwards.
That first one was just, it doesn't show the like how it all started.
Yeah.
This is absolutely insane.
Yeah, so it looked like it was just chaotic on stage. I want to see what the ambulance shot.
Yeah.
Now let's repeat. The news people said he had a knife and a gun on him. I
got a still shot of the arm.
What was he gonna do with that?
Exactly.
Well, if he was gonna do something with the gun, he would have did it. To be honest,
what type of sense is that?
No,
he had a knife and a gun on him.
You're not going to go tussle with somebody if you plan. If he really
did, he have a knife and a gun on him?
Well, they said that, but I'm saying if he really wanted to shoot Dave, he would have shot him.
So he could have.
If I'm going to shoot you, Mike, I'm not going to tussle with you.
But he could have. And
I
hope he's charged appropriately for charging a stage with a knife. I want you to get the charges for that too.
Well, they said in the news that he didn't use the knife or the gun during that attack. He just had it on his persons.
I want a lawyer to make sure if you attack somebody, you have a knife and a gun on you. Make sure that he needs to get the book thrown at his ass. I'm mad that he didn't get put to sleep.
All right, I'm requesting.
Man, y'all not gonna be satisfied to somebody die on that stage.
Whew,
That shit is crazy. That is absolutely obnoxious. Dave Chappelle, this is probably the elite of elite comedians. You got on stage to attack him.
At the end of the set.
And then old dude from TMZ talking about controversial comedian. Shut your ass up because he said something about the LBGTQRS.
It was part in the set. He's still,
That was Friday. That was Friday.
He said Saturday. He went to the show Saturday. Dave still got jokes in there.
Yeah, he still got jokes. Yeah, it's America.
He doubling down.
It's America. Man, oh man, where are we going with this? Where are we gonna go with this? Why would you do that today? What is the problem with America? What is wrong?
People crazy.
So how did he get in with a knife and a gun? Don't they got? I guess they not doing metal detectors everywhere. With a wine. Well, maybe he was part of some entourage.
Unbelievable.
Who knows? But yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
well, Dave was all right. Dave different. Dave keep joking no matter what. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like there are people who claim they don't give a fuck until something. I give a fuck. Like I do. I give a fuck. Dave truly is just like he gonna just keep joking. News said it was a gun-like shape that discharged and a knife. I didn't understand it.
I didn't hear that. It discharged. Now, if the gun went off, but it was during the scuffle, yeah, I guess we gotta. Not with Dave, maybe with the entourage when they was beating him down. What up, Mark? Exactly.
That motherfucker probably. You never know if he wanted to tackle Dave and then take the gun out. But he know it was gonna be. He thought in his mind it was gonna be sweet. I'm just gonna tackle him. Then I'm gonna take the gun out in front of everybody.
He thought he was in a movie.
He thought he was in a movie. I'm gonna tackle him. I'm gonna tackle him. And once I tackle him, I'm gonna take the gun out and I'm gonna point it at him. And I'm gonna tell everybody why I did it. You should have been.
I'm gonna take the microphone. He said, "Then I'm gonna tell everybody."
I'm gonna take the microphone and tell everybody what it is that I'm protesting. Shut your fucking ass up. People are crazy as hell. Y'all tackling comedians. You know how many people you could be tackling that are doing shit directly to you to affect your life? You going to a comedy show, spending money on a ticket to tackle the man. I don't even know where to begin with y'all people. I don't know where to begin on the stupidity that you guys show every single day. I don't even. My goodness.
But you don't feel safe. Security can't keep you safe on stage now. Ain't the security's job to be alert? But I guess you can't stop somebody in that instant that runs.
No, that's not my bird. I think that's Jay. Jay got the talking birds in the back.
No, that's Shawnee this time.
Oh, they're my birds. Yeah.
Them birds
Did I
is
turn
happy.
the light on for the turtle? I didn't even turn turtles light on.
Oh, they cool. I'm so used to bird noise. It's soothing. My bird don't even. The bird that we have here don't even make the bird noise that y'all having. Like they're talking, chit chatting. My bird goes caw, 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 caw. I don't know.
Birds never go to sleep. They up all night.
Caw, caw. Damn birds. Yo, what is going on? So I don't know. I mean, there's violence all over. There's violence in the NBA game. There's violence at the comedy show. There's violence about to happen in the streets because of this abortion thing. It's about to go down.
Oh yeah, they were out here protesting. I
ain't mad at them, man. Y'all better get to protesting. Y'all better get to protesting. Y'all need to call them 55% of white women that voted for Trump. Y'all need to call them up directly. Y'all bitches are the ones that made this happen. Had one person talking about they talking about black women act like they don't care. This shit ain't on black women. 55% of black women ain't vote for Trump.
Oh, they're not seeing a lot of black women out protesting?
Yeah, they're trying to get black. Why is it y'all always want the superheroes to come out when y'all need a fucking state to be turned over from red to blue?
Happy that you said that.
Go get the superheroes out. Go get them because you know they know what it's like to be through everything. Fuck out of here. 55% of you white women voted for Donald effing Trump. Now go hold that. And white women who didn't vote for Trump, go call your white women, go beef with them and tell them what the fuck were y'all thinking. Don't be coming for the Shawnees and the black women of the world to be like, we need you, bitch. No, you don't.
No, because I ain't gonna do it.
No, you don't.
We need that black girl attitude. We need that black girl magic, that fire.
I ain't doing it. Not for that.
Remember y'all said
and while I believe women should have the right, I'm not doing that.
Remember y'all said they were too confrontational. Ain't that what y'all said black women were? Oh, y'all want that out in the streets now.
They want that angriness.
Y'all, this shit is serious. Like the more I researched that thing yesterday, I realized we were talking about actual abortion. Like this is about the actual act. This ain't even about the act. This is about a bunch of white dudes trying to control shit in this country. That's all it is. They don't care about fetuses. And church and state, it's scary. Listen, man, I believe in God. But the scariest thing is when you have church get involved in government and church starts making laws, because this shit will look like the Old Testament in a second.
Come on, TP. Yeah, I saw the guy, this one guy, he had a good perspective. He talked about well, they said if you're a child at consumption, shouldn't child support start at that same time?
Right.
Why starting in 9 months?
He
Then I
said
heard
it's 6 weeks. At 6 weeks it starts. So that means if somebody gets pregnant in this country in 6 weeks and they're not a citizen, they can't be deported.
And because you got a kid in you, now you got a citizen, so you can't be deported. So it ain't at birth. So they got to change all of the laws. Like it's a snowball effect once they go.
Am I wrong? Or are the midterm elections coming soon?
They said November. So this is a kickstart to getting anything going for November.
Just in the nick of time. You almost think this shit was planned, but just in the nick of time. Here we go.
And they said, but it's the same people that's saying my body, my rights for the vaccine, or I don't know. It just,
no. It's the hypocrisy of all hypocrisy. When y'all didn't want to take the vaccine, it was your body. When you don't have when somebody doesn't want to have the baby, it's not your body. It's always the hypocrisy. It's the great hypocrisy that goes on. I'm like, wow. It ain't my fight. Y'all go out there and make sure y'all burn shit down.
Oh, dude.
Because when white people go and the blacks and minorities have been said, well, when you tear stuff down, y'all motherfuckers raided the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not get it. People died at the Capitol, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I swear they're gonna. Oh man, it's gonna get so ugly, and every time. Maybe it's just the fact that we can get all this information so fast now. I don't know, man. I just want to tell some.
Oh, they coming at the person that leaked. They gonna find whoever leaked this. I don't know if it's that right to privacy and stuff like that for this, but they looking to figure out who leaked this. That's their focus, not the issue at hand. They want to who told. So they
who leaked that draft? Who leaked it?
They on it.
It's like Watergate. This shit is like Watergate. You leaked that you were gonna turn over that. Ain't nothing safe now, boy. Goodness gracious.
Man.
Women.
What it is.
God.
The same people that want defund the police are the same people that want pro-life. I don't know. It just they making everything so political. Like every aspect of this is something related with political aspects of who's going to get an advantage. Is this going to help Dems in the long term? Is it going to help the Republicans and how? And
because when people pick a side on something, I don't know how to say this, but nobody ever thinks of the whole thing. So like when people are like saying like the vaccine is a perfect example. I should have the right not to take a vaccine. Well, then you have to give other people the right to handle their body. But nobody wants to do that shit. They just want their rights when it benefits them.
Yeah.
So if I want freedom of speech, I have to be able to take somebody saying some disrespectful shit that I consider disrespectful, but it's freedom of speech.
Right.
Like I can't, like I people got mad at me forever over this. I get it. When Donald Sterling of the LA Clippers, who was a certified racist, was caught in his own house saying racist shit and lost his team, in my mind, I said, I didn't care. I didn't feel sorry for Donald Sterling. But you're going to tell me I can lose something for saying some shit in my own house?
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's the case, y'all don't want to hear the shit that gets said in my house. Like by myself when I'm talking to people.
Oh, wait, so you defended what he said because he said it in his house?
It's his house.
Yeah, why can't he say what he wants to say
in his house?
We might not like it, but that's his house.
And that's because the chick was secretly recording him.
Yeah. So if it's his house, and he can say whatever he wants to say, right?
All day.
That's tricky. I guess it
How
depends.
is
Yeah,
that
because what
tricky?
he,
It's his house. So hey, if
like
they
you
got
said
mad at
about
you for
things,
fronting
things
up,
that I say in here and things that I made,
yeah,
me and Lady Q, she, and
that's y'all house.
that could, it could ruin a lot of people's business life.
You either want freedom of speech or you don't. You
Yeah.
can't have it when it benefits you.
But that's the chance you take.
No, it shouldn't be the chance you take.
In
But
his
that's the
house,
reality.
It shouldn't be a chance.
that was ridiculous.
No,
Yeah,
in reality,
but
it
if
shouldn't be a
if
chance.
it comes out, it affects your employment. Like
It's
It
at his
shouldn't.
house. He off work. He ain't
That's
at work. He's at home.
But as a business, your job ain't gonna let you rock. If that a video you come out saying something crazy that could be offensive, it costs money,
and that
you're
is the
out.
problem, because then you could lose your job for saying something that you said. So it's all fun and games. And this is why people, I tell, if you for something, make sure you for that right for the other person that you hate to have the same damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have it both ways, Don said.
You can't. Now, I didn't feel bad that he lost it. The thing that pissed me off about the NBA players getting all mad, they knew he was racist before he made the comments.
Yeah,
It was
up there
known
working
that he
for
was
him.
racist. They trying to stop folks from smoking at
It
home.
can't be true, Billy. But that's
Dog, you never know.
you smoking in your house? Ain't no smoking.
If you rent from apartments tell you can't smoke in your house.
Nope. They get that yellow film on the walls. Nope. Can't smoke.
Then don't take my deposit.
But we'll take it as long as you signed the
Exactly.
agreement knowing that
And-
we said no smoking. You agreed to these terms.
But then what you need a deposit for?
For the other stuff, the incidentals that may pop up. Because
More
we're
than
gonna have to change carpets and repaint and all that. But yeah, it's gonna affect the other people around you too.
Just like I tried to tell y'all, when states start saying they're not gonna follow what the Supreme Court says, and we agree with it, that's cool. But when it flips and we don't agree and we think that the state should follow the law, don't get all in a hizzy.
Block that one, Shawn. I can do it.
Don't get in a hizzy when it doesn't go, when it's a law that doesn't go our way, or a law that we feel that they should observe, and they're like, no, we're not doing that. Okay.
Boy, y'all coming on here early this morning. Y'all ain't waiting.
Yeah, they heard Dex was coming. They said the psychic coming on Wednesday today.
Dang.
I didn't even know he's coming on Wednesday. He's coming today.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember he had to change because he's starting a new class or something. Something's going on.
Dave. So yeah, people on here. He's gonna be on here. Make sure you get your specific questions. Make sure you got your obviously your date of birth and all that good stuff. But please don't generally give us, just give us something where we can go with it. He's been pretty on point. He's like 99%, 9.9. Like to the point where like he made Jay Black. Jay Black had to go to a family reunion because of him. That was amazing.
That's facts.
Jay Black had to drive. Jay Black wasn't going to drive.
4+ hours for a family gathering because Dex told me several things related, and he was right.
Man.
It's amazing.
You lucky I ain't your sister. I'm like, it took a fucking psychic to get you here.
Like, 4+ hours. And I'm actually glad I went though. I was actually, when it's over said and done.
You were gonna be glad. We all knew you were gonna be glad.
I was glad. I was glad.
Yeah, you look like you had a good time.
I did hanging with family. We should do that more, to be honest. Like when family lives separate, when you grow up and that's all y'all did was everybody be together. It's like we should do more events. It should be more structured around that.
It is.
The kids seeing the kids and everybody we need to do more of that. Family is important. Like that really was an epiphany. So
really. I'm glad you saw that. I'm glad you saw. I'm glad we could be of service, even though me and Shawnee couldn't get you to do it. But let somebody flip a fucking card.
Yeah.
Let somebody see travel. Oh, we flipped the travel card.
4 hours. Did you check in? It was 4+ hours, Billy. 4 hours and a little bit more.
But it wasn't 4 hours one way. That was a total trip.
Yes. No. One way. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I was dreading
4 hours one way.
One way. 4 hours.
You just get a room and sleep over.
Well, we did. Stayed over a couple nights. I need 2 nights to recover.
So when you act, it's just a 4 hour drive one way.
And then there's a 4+ hour drive back. That was tiring. Like I said, I'm glad I did it. And when it's said and done, but just the thought of it is like, ugh. Next time, maybe we do something closer down where I'm at.
Don Page said I should ask him if this slammer would give me a good reading.
Oh no, somebody just tried to solicit on him, and we just deleted the comment.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all confusing me. Let me
Yeah.
know.
in the
Disagree, Jay
comments.
Black. I'm gonna say what I want in my crib. Facts.
Oh, nigga. But now, if it affects your gig and you lose your job because
It shouldn't. That should be
somebody
illegal
shady in your
for.
household recorded something, or your Ring camera, because you know they got technology now. They can tap if your Ring or your Alexa picked something up and somehow it got out. But I mean, we not that to that degree. But I can see how your employer, you can't damage the brand. That's why you got to work for yourself in a sense. But yeah, you can get caught out there saying something if it came out like down Sterling. But yeah, I get what you're saying on both sides.
Well, my allergies are killing me right now. My God, this is gonna be a long day. And it's cloudy outside. You would think allergies don't kick like that when it's cloudy. I have no idea, but my goodness, my nose and my eyes are about to burst out in tears. Yeah, so Dave Chappelle got attacked. Gary Payton the second. They don't call him Junior. They call him the second because they corrected it. I don't know what the difference is, but I think there's an obvious difference that I'm missing.
Yeah,
He
he's the
looks
second.
like he's the second. He's not a junior.
No.
So is Gary Payton the first? Is he the first? The original Gary
Well,
Payton?
he's just Gary Payton.
He's not junior.
But he's the
Gary
second, but he's not
Payton?
junior.
No, the dad is he's just Gary Payton.
Oh, the
He's
dad is
Gary
Gary
Payton.
Payton. Yeah.
He's just Gary Payton. Yeah.
Yeah, TP.
And then the next one is the first. I mean the second.
And the next one is the second. But he's not a junior because they corrected
No.
themselves. Why is he not a junior?
They didn't name him Junior. They didn't want him to be a junior.
You got a name. You got to put the name on a birth
You
certificate.
gotta say Junior, so it's just Gary Payton. So it's just two Gary Paytons.
No, it's Gary Payton and then Gary Payton the second.
The second.
Yeah.
Why have I heard people be called so and so the first in the movies and shit? Well, I guess that's how the second is different because of the birth certificate. Oh, got you, Billy J. You was like 2 seconds later, else you would have been breaking news.
No, he wasn't. That was me not putting it up fast
enough. Well, Billy J, you were still late. Sorry.
What?
Because J Black's on your team, y'all were late. That'd have been breaking news. You the one.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh man, I hate when my nose gets stuffed up like this. It's what of royalty? A lake? Is that a joke? Okay, it's a royalty thing. I don't know. Y'all ain't gonna get me trying to read this shit. I'm getting so annoyed. My
it's
head
the royalty thing.
Yeah, it's a royalty thing.
Yeah, the second. That's what he's talking about. Michael Shawn the first. Michael Shawn the second. Michael Shawn the third. Michael Shawn the
like
fourth.
if you have a son, if you wanted to name, yeah,
their kids like that.
I was like, my dad, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you name me Miguel? He said, nah, I just wanted to call you Michael. That's why I correct people when they call you Miguel. Your name's Michael. Like,
ain't it the same?
It's the Spanish, but on my birth certificate, it says Michael. It doesn't say Miguel.
He wanted you to have your own identity.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he wanted. I don't know if he was doing the J Black and didn't want it on when I filled out the application and them to know I was.
I could not name my son Jamal. I could not. I would not put him through that.
Why?
You were fine. Like you turned out fine.
No, I did, but times is no. You see a Jamal on a resume, you know that person is black. You are already labeled. It does matter. People unconscious, conscious, whatever that biased racist world is. I didn't want the Jamal stigma. No, you don't know no white Jamals.
Well, they're gonna find out when he gets to the interview.
But that's the difference. But at least he's gonna get the interview.
I don't feel like getting into that.
Yeah, all right. I'm just saying that. Trust me, I wanted a junior my whole life until a reality hit, and it's like, nah, I can't.
Your name could have been freaking Pierce. And once you walked in, they would be like, If they wasn't fucking with black people, they'd be like,
Yep.
He's light skinned and his name ain't Jamal. He got a better chance of getting the interview and the job.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have helped you any if your name would have
light skin.
Light skin less threatening from some white folk. All right, now let's not go into that because I have my own thought process. I think the darker you are, for some people, it's more intimidating when interviews but either way, especially as a black man. But I digress.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. J Black spoke facts, historical moment. No black Jamal. No, you
Yeah,
said no white Jamals.
yeah, there ain't. There's not a one.
No, there's a white Jamal somewhere.
There
There's
ain't no
white
white
Jamal
outside of that
somewhere.
one movie, that Kid and Play movie that time. They had a character, the white boy with the dreads named Jamal.
Nah,
I
I
have
think
never, and
somebody's
that don't
named
count.
Jamal.
There's
They
never been
got
a
white
white
boys
Jamal.
named Dante. They got white boys
Find
named.
me a white Jamal. Find me.
Oh, there's a white Jamal. There is a white
I've
Jamal.
never ran across the name. Like, you as you grow, you see people with similar names and online, whoever. I've never seen a white Jamal. But either way, I didn't want my son going through that. I swear I didn't want him going through that label.
Oh man. All right. So Tam, everybody, good morning. Net, White Chocolate, Keen, Lady Q, TP, everybody on here. Speaking of T's, TK Kirkland. Oh, he's funny as hell to me. TK Kirkland said some shit.
What up,
He got
man?
audio, a video clip. Play what TK said about marriage. He's hilarious with this shit.
Okay.
TK Kirkland.
Yay to the
I'm
mother.
sorry.
T to the mother.
I gotta turn this.
I'm sorry. I gotta get there. I thought we were doing last night first. Hold on.
I tell people all the time, two things I'm gonna do. If I get married, if I married you, I'm gonna be faithful, or I'm gonna pay all the bills. But I ain't doing both.
We do gotta do. Well, I'm sorry, Shawnee. You right. We gotta do what y'all did last night. But TK Kirkland said. TK Kirkland said, if I marry you, I'm gonna pay the bills or be loyal, but I ain't gonna do both. God damn, TK.
I'm a white Jamal. Yeah, okay.
Is he white?
No, he ain't white.
I wonder who made that.
He got the H in it too.
Jamal.
No, he ain't white. Far from it.
No, they could be white. I mean, like they do that.
There's
They
no white
name their kids
Jamals.
what they
the
want to
way
name them.
Oh, the way he spelled it is different.
Just like we name the kids what we want to
white.
name them. How do you know?
He's not white.
You don't know.
Wow.
You see the laughing emoji?
All you gotta do is Google white people, a white person named Jamal. There's a ton of them in the world.
Well, I ain't never seen a white Jamal growing up in Philly.
You only been
Well,
in a radius of 10
little
miles.
opinion.
Like where have you
Look,
traveled
here's,
to?
here's Jamal. Wait a minute. Let me now. I'm about to strip you out with this person. This is his name is Jamal Cash Hog.
Let's go. Let's find this minute sample size you think is out there.
No, this is about to trip you out. This is about to
I
trip
promise you, there's gonna be. He said, "I am."
I don't
Dog,
you act like why you act like only black people can have.
I don't know. I
Jamal.
just didn't want to do that to my kid because I don't. There's not a common name for a white. I've never seen it. So
I'm not disagreeing.
If it exists, it may be like I say a super micro.
It's not micro. It's just the name.
Out of billions of people, how many white Jamals? Please.
Look at Jamal. That's Jamal.
What is his last name? Who is he?
Cash Hog.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Jamal. And he's very white and old. Older than you.
The last name makes me believe. Okay. All right.
It don't matter. He white. It don't matter.
Name. Like I don't disagree with
him. Is he all white? Well, you got a quarter or something?
He's white. Look at him.
All right.
White man.
I mean, like I said, we weren't trying to get on that, but okay.
All right, that's hilarious. No, I don't disagree with you with what you did with your son by not naming. I don't have a problem with that. Like I get that philosophy, but when you say there ain't no white person named Jamal, white Jamal, ain't go Billy J. A white Jamal ain't a CEO though. How do y'all?
Well, that's not necessarily true.
There's billions of people out here. Y'all be making black. I love this show.
Oh, and Jamal was murdered.
Oh,
that Jamal was he was murdered.
What is C? What does that mean?
He's Indian.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where's the Jamal? Where does that name evolve from?
Lady Q just said it has Arabic
Jamal
origins.
has Arabic. Oh, that's what I want. Yes. So you're gonna get tons of Jamals from different races.
Jamal, Kamal, yeah.
I'm saying
he was murdered. Oh my God.
See, I didn't want to go there, Tam, but I was just saying for a black male. You're less threatening the lighter you are than the darker you are, and just being real from my perception, from my reality.
I ain't gonna lie. I think he's right with that. I think white people are more intimidated by dark skin. I think that's why light skinned people were allowed in the house back in slavery. I honestly do.
House Negroes versus the
And
field.
if I'm
Negroes.
wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. I feel like people who are darker get treated differently, and I think that's in all aspects. I think they're treated differently by other black people, but I ain't going.
Here's another white boy. He's younger. He says, "I'm a white guy with a black name. Caucasian Oregon man given an Arabic name. Jamal is Arabic. By parents says he suffered a lifetime of prejudice. Now he's younger.
Suffered a lifetime.
Okay, this is the prejudice. When he go out to eat with his friends, with his black friends, the wait staff will give the card back to one of his black friends instead of him.
Shit, I'm. Hold up, y'all keep going. Hold up.
Okay, that's the prejudice.
The closer to white skin is better for some white. Oh, closer to the lighter you are for some white people, the better for them. Jay Black, you have a point, but we have to break down those barriers if and when we can. Yeah, I just didn't want my son to be the one trying to go through that. Amir,
but it's an Arabic name. That's the thing. So he said one time he was at an airport in London, and they selected him for a security check because of his name, and the other names that they called were Muhammad, Abdul, and Tariq.
Yeah, Tariq. You don't see too many white Tariqs out there.
What happened?
Well, it's an Arabic name, so
yeah.
Man,
But that's what the colorism. That's a whole thing within itself. The whole colorism, and that's a real thing. But yeah, people, you're less threatening the lighter you are to some people.
Fear of a black planet, public enemy. Hey, Afro Queen said TP. Morning, T. I love the fact that y'all just say good morning to each other. Let me in the share.
Because Amir dark skin, I'm sure he had some colorism, things maybe, possibly. Wait, where's the link? I don't even know.
I think the guy who
all
rushed
over the place.
I think the guy who rushed. What'd you say?
Yeah,
I said we all over the place.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
All right, center it, Mike. Go ahead, center it. Where are we going?
Yeah, absolutely right. All right, so let's take it from the top. So last night, anything happened last night, Jay Black? What'd you do?
Oh no, I'm good. Shawnee might have did something.
Shawnee, what'd you do? Because you act like you had something. Did you do anything?
No, I mean I did do something last night other than work, but
whoa.
I went to the movies. It's Taker Out Tuesday. I went to the
movies.
I went to watch the game.
Go ahead.
We done missed a couple Tuesdays because of stuff, but no, we went and watched the game at Moxie's. We watched who played before Memphis? Toronto and
Boston.
I mean, not Toronto,
Milwaukee.
Boston and Milwaukee. Watched that game.
Yeah.
Watched part of Memphis, and then we went and saw this movie called Everywhere, Everything Everywhere, with the lady that she was the first female to be in a Jackie Chan movie that was doing stunts.
She was the first stunt woman.
Oh, she was a stunt woman.
Well, I guess she Chinese. I don't know what she is, but
she's
been in a couple movies. Well, so I don't know what she is.
They made a movie about the first woman stunt woman.
Well, it's not about her. She's in it. She stars in it.
Okay.
And it's it's crazy. It's crazy because this is the movie the girls wanted to go see, but I'm glad we saw it first because it had a little too much in it.
Oh, a lot of sex scenes.
No, it wasn't sex scenes, but there was one fighting scene where they had these things that looked like they were shaped like
dicks.
I guess little triangles.
What?
And the people that she was fighting against put them up their butt. The men
they put them up their butt.
What kind of movie was you
watching?
I need a flag on this.
It's called
movie?
Put it up your butt. That's what it's called.
Putting stuff up your butt.
It was called Everything. I think it's called Everything Everywhere, and it's about it's deals with teleporting and time travel and going back, fixing your past so the future will be okay. It was good until it got to some parts. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? But the cool thing is that she's still doing her She like Jackie Chan. She like the female Jackie Chan. What's the late? Y'all know who I'm talking about. You've seen her.
I have no
Yes,
idea who
you
you're
have.
talking about.
She's been in American movies.
Okay.
And she's the first woman to
I have something stuck on her butt in the movie. Like what?
well, no,
Like,
she didn't get nothing stuck in her butt. It was
it
the
was just the
men, and they were
dudes.
fighting with these things in their butt. It was crazy. It was crazy.
And that was Take Him Out Tuesday. So you paid for everything.
No, it was Take Her Out Tuesday.
Okay,
Take Her
so
Out
you
Tuesday.
didn't pay for nothing, and he paid for everything.
I paid for at the movie theater. We were gonna get snacks, but they ain't have snacks, so I just paid for our little cranberry juice.
Why are you paying for something if it's Take Her Out?
Cause I
Here we
can.
go.
So it's not Take Her Out if you're paying for something.
I think it's just a
I can
title.
pay for
Alright.
the damn drinks. He took the girls out first. Like he picked them up from school, took them out first, then came and got me.
But don't call it
together. I
Take
can
Her
pay
Out.
for the
If
drinks.
you gotta pay, it ain't Take Her Out. But
I
alright.
didn't have to pay.
Okay.
The bill
decided
just
to pay.
came and I just paid it.
I don't want to argue with you, Shiny. I don't want to
It
argue.
wasn't nothing but $20.
They didn't take her out then. We went out. We went out on Tuesday.
But it's just a title.
It's
just a
Take Her
title.
Out Tuesday.
All right. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, it sounds like a fun night. It sounds like a fun night. You got stuff up the butts. You know, you
No,
help
I didn't
pay.
do nothing up my butt. In this movie, I think it's called Everything. Let me look this movie up. Everything, Everywhere. I believe is the name of this movie.
I can't say nothing around. All right, let me stop talking.
So I mean, we're all over the place anyway. Like that's what our show
Everything,
does. We're all over.
Everywhere,
Look,
all
since
at
we're all
once.
over the place, let's break a mirror in. All right, go ahead, Shiny.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead,
the name of
buddy.
it. Everything, Everywhere, all at once. Michelle Yao is her name.
Still don't know that.
Yeah, you know Michelle Yao. She
Yes, you
like
do.
EP'd this movie. You know her. And when she look a little different now. But if you saw
Hidden, isn't she
the
in
other,
the Hidden Dragon Tiger movie or
yeah,
whatever the
she
case may
in
be?
Crouching
Yeah,
whatever that
you
is.
know who
She's
she
in
is.
that.
Y'all know who she is.
Yeah,
She's
when
been
you
in
see her,
she's
you
been in
know.
quite a few movies. She's always in some really dope like martial arts movies. She's dope. She's dope. I got to check that
Yeah.
out. That's funny.
And then the old Chinese man, I don't know if they Chinese, but I think they Chinese. But he in every like movie with Chinese people,
Asian movie. Yeah,
Asian. He's
I
in
think you
every.
think. I think you think that's him. I think you think that's him.
No, it's
No, it
him.
is.
I'm trying to
He
say.
has this
It is
distinct look. It's him.
It's him. It's him. It's the.
So it's
I think it's the gentleman who you ever watch what's the cooking show where they battle each other and it's supposed to be like a top chef against another chef tag. What's the name? I know exactly who you're speaking of, Shawnee.
yeah, him. He was in it.
I
So
know exactly
it
who you're
was like
speaking of.
it
Matter
would
of
be
fact,
like us seeing a movie with classic, black people. Like if we
yeah,
saw one with what's her name? Foxy Brown with her and I don't know.
Yeah.
Sydney 48 did. But it would
but
be the equivalent of us seeing
equivalent
something
of
like
that.
that.
I know who you're speaking of.
All right, real quick break. For those who don't know, I was about to literally, y'all don't know how bad my allergies was getting. I was really about to be like, y'all gonna do the show. I forgot I ain't take my allergy medicine, y'all. So y'all continue talking. I ain't take my pills.
Come on, old man. Get yourself together, old man.
This shit, my head was about
Oh man.
everything was about. I was about to be like, look, I'm going to lay
Yeah,
down.
turn the volume down, man.
I was I came in on the tail end of you guys talking about names. That one is always a not a touchy subject, but a funny one for me because obviously my name's Amir, my brother's name was Malik, and coming up in the late '70s, especially early '80s, those weren't necessarily popular names, in general. Now you see Amirs and Maliks everywhere, so or you experience them, just about everywhere. But the reason why I wanted to chime in is because, to your point, Jay Black, I think in the NBA now there is maybe two other Maliks. I know there's Malik Beasley, and I think there might be one other Malik. But prior to my brother making it to the NBA, there was no Maliks ever in the NBA. So I only bring that to the conversation that sometimes that's why I said sometimes we got to break down barriers, whether we want to or not, because if you don't, then your son Jamal doesn't have the opportunity to, be a Jamal, in any capacity, because somebody, to your point, may or may not want to put up, have that fight. The fight is real because it's for us. We have to, go through those moments in order to get to the moments where it's no longer a fight. It just happens naturally and organically, like it could, and like it should. But we got to start somewhere. So that's, all I wanted to add to the conversation.
What's crazy is that my oldest cousin, Louis Rivera, married another Puerto Rican girl. They're both Puerto Rican. And they named their first son Malik. I never, but because of, and everybody, there were people in my family like, what the fuck? Like, where did you get Malik?
Where did Malik come from?
If you would, I will say this: it became, like I said,
And
much more.
that's crazy. I never even Amir like this whole time. Malik is that's my dude, and my cousin was like, we're gonna name him Malik, and I didn't think anything of it because my whole life I've been around, Jamaicans, and so is he, and so I was like Malik, but then I thought about it. A Puerto Rican got named Malik.
It's one of those things that, again, as you grow up, and myself as well. Like you said, Jay Black, every time I go to the airport, I'm always nervous because I don't know if the end. People don't know this. My middle name is Abdul, so my first name is Amir. My middle name is Abdul.
Jesus, you got a bomb in your pocket right now, dog.
So I always laugh. Oh my God. But I always laugh every time I go to the airport because I always think to myself, to your point, Jay Black, they could pull me or go through whatever. I know I'm not doing any of that stuff, so I don't really worry about it. But as a kid, I just remember, again, I wanted to, so for so long as a kid, I was, upset with my mom, like, Mom, why you ain't name me like Mike or John or one of these normal names?
You ain't want Mike. You didn't want Mike.
But here's the thing, I swear to God, Mike, as a kid, it resonated in my head that way because of the teasing, because of the fact that, our names weren't so common. But then as I got older and I actually found out, my name had a meaning and, in Arabic and in, various parts of the world, it means king or prince. Then I changed it and was like, all right, well, maybe it's not so bad, having that name. And then I just, started to embrace it. But it's just amazing to me now, to your point, Mike, that I see and hear so many people now saying that they know an Amir or they know a Malik or, whatever the case may be. Because like I said, it wasn't, as popular when we were young, as it seems to be now. So
I don't have I get where Jay was going, like with the interviews, because I've heard that before, not wanting to have certain names because people stereotype you. The thing that makes me laugh is when Jay said there's not a white person in the world named
I ain't no little white people. When I think of the population and for my world, I ain't never had one there.
But you know what, Jay Black, you got to think of it like this, and especially in the Islamic community, and that was obviously something that Malcolm X experienced. When you go to Mecca, which is the home of where all of the Muslims go and pray. If you've ever seen the pictures of it, it's every group of people praying there. You have
it is. That's true.
You have whites, you have Asian, you have every community you could think of, and obviously all of them have various names that I'm sure created under the Arabic lettering and Arabic ideology. So it's small-minded, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to think beyond, like you said, whatever your circle is, because it's a big world out here.
But you know how city people do. City people believe if it didn't happen in their city, it does not happen. Like people in New York, when I moved out of New York, I did not believe that everybody didn't listen to the same radio stations that were in New York. I said, you don't get these stations out here? Like you really believe everything that happens in your city? Actress said, I've known a Malik since New York Undercover. Malik over.
Facts.
Malik Yoga.
Oh my God.
I don't think there would be a white girl named Shawnee. It's a white girl named Shawnee. It's spelled like my Shani. My name is Swahili, so it tripped me out. I'm like, yo, mama named you this?
Afro Queen said, my name
I
is
can
Eric.
see the SHAWNEE, the Indian spelling, but white girl name, Shawnee, the Swahili spelling. Okay.
Afro Queen said what, Mike?
So Afro Queen said my name is Arabic. I confuse people all the time when they realize I'm not, and I tell them I'm black only because I'm lighter. I get over as a teen though. Okay. Anyway. God, man, my nose is stuffed up. This is so damn irritating today, y'all. So Amir, Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage. Yeah, Rodney, we already talked about it. They ain't really want to talk about it because they was all good when Will Smith was smacking Chris Rock on stage.
All I can say is
Who ain't really want to talk about it?
Nah, I'm just playing, so they don't get touched.
Yeah, just before I got on, I saw some of the moments of it, and I was like, wow. But I'm Mike and all of the fellow comedians that I know. You guys did say that there was the possibility of this situation with Will Smith, unfortunately, maybe putting batteries in certain people's back, and people starting to do things that are out of character. The interesting thing is, this isn't the first, probably won't be the last, and there were attacks and things happening prior to, Will Smith's meltdown. But it to me, it's just sad because at the end of the day, if you go to some place, regardless to where it is, and you can't take a joke or whatever, look, I'm one of those people. Like I said, I've been around you guys and been around the comedic community for a very long time. Sit in the back. Unless they have really great eyesight, they can't see you, so don't worry about it. Sit in the back. Then you can't get snapped on. You don't have to worry about it. You can just sit back there, enjoy the show, and just chill out. That's. Good morning, Rodney. How are you, sir?
Uncle Rodney's here.
Amen. A-Rock Seeley in the building.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Rodney, they tried to tackle Dave. Dave shook it off. I don't know if you saw the guy who did it, but when they brought him outside, his arm was backwards. I'm still mad that he didn't get put to sleep. Your thoughts and opinions on what's going on?
Man, dude, I really feel like this stuff makes us all a little more vulnerable, man. As comedians that walk on the stage, I mean, you really never had to think about this before. But whether it's Will Smith or the gentleman that ran on stage with Steve Brown or this incident, this is really kind of scary to me. I'll say hi to Roxy.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, Roxy, what up?
Hey.
Have a good day at school.
Yeah, man. It seems like it makes us more vulnerable. Any thoughts on the mic, Shawn? Is this? I mean, I'm worried about this, dude. This really kind of worries me.
I just the floodgates have opened, and listen, if comedy clubs aren't going to put security on there, I don't know what else to say for us. I mean, it's the copycat thing. This guy may have done it just for attention. Like, we don't even know why this guy did it. But because of what has already transpired, we're already assuming that the reason why he did it is because Dave said something in his set or in the past that annoyed him, and he decided he was going to. Now, the fact that they actually, this is what scares me. The act scares me. But what scares me is that the news reported that the guy had a knife and a gun on him.
Oh, wow.
Now now we're at a level now where I don't know, I don't have the correct thing to say anymore about this. But it's out of control in our society right now. If this is true, and this was a newscaster who said this, so this is not something I saw on Instagram or Twitter. This was a newscaster who said that this guy had a gun.
He had a knife and a gun, but it wasn't used during the attack, is what they said.
And for some reason, that makes Jay Black feel better. I don't know why.
It's not okay for me, man. It's not okay at all. It wasn't okay when Will Smith did it, and it's not okay now. And I think it's giving some people the green light to just show up on stage with some type of beef, and it's absurd to me.
And I'll be. Hopefully, we can follow this, and we'll see what charges get brought to him and brought on him. But if an example isn't made, if an example isn't made, I don't know where else we go from here. You on your own, basically, what they're saying. And you know,
it really is scary though, Mike. And to your point, you know what makes it even wilder. So last night I heard you guys asking what everybody did. I celebrated with Talent last night. He had a show at Salsa Con Fuego up in the Bronx, and he had John Hinton up there, Drew Frazier came through, Smokey. And all of them performed, and we all kind of hung out in the back. And I just, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, do y'all know the trouble you can, like you said, get anybody and everybody in if you're gonna start doing this kind of crazy stuff? Because beyond just the comedic community, you guys all have multiple friends on all other walks of life who were more than happy to get on and stomp somebody out just because, like literally. Mm-hmm. Last night, if anybody wanted to attack anybody, The amount of people who were, in the back with us, that would have not been a good look for them under no circumstance. So I think some of these people, to your point, an example has to be made, and then, security obviously has to be added, especially to close to or around the stage, hopefully so that you guys don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. It's
And
ridiculous.
the problem is that's the exception to the rule.
Mhm.
Because you'll know most comedians are traveling with maybe one person. And a lot of times comedians are traveling by themselves to go do gigs.
Yeah.
So now it's like, are you overthinking what you're saying on stage? Like, or are you like, well, if somebody says something to you in the crowd, there was never a thought in my mind not to say something because somebody might run up on stage.
Don't be saying nothing bad. Don't be snapping on the crowd. Don't be talking slick back. Let them heckle you.
But the problem is, then the crowd gets shortchanged because if you allow a heckler to do whatever they want,
Yeah,
and you
that
don't
takes
shut
away
down
from the
the
show.
heckler.
Is it a matter
Now,
of ill security? Just let's remove him real quick.
there is no security. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why Action said he's
the
gonna
people
start a
that the
security
people that work at the comedy spot, and what they gonna do? They trying to get their tips.
Yeah.
Dog, I had a couple fight on stage before. I still got the video footage on the
Why they
stage.
start fighting? What happened?
They were sitting in the table right in front of me. Like they literally could lean on the stage, right? So I saw they was tipsy, but they were laughing. They were laughing. But then I saw the laughter. I was like, I think these people are high. Now, mind you, I'm noticing all this while I'm still performing, right? I'm like, something ain't right with this laughter. Like, something is different, right? But I made friends with them. So they were cool. So I kept hearing them, like they said something to a comedian. And then when I got back on stage, I settled them down. I was like the lion tamer. I was like, all right, y'all. Now come on. I know y'all fucked up for real. I've been there. I get it. Like, let's just hang in there, right? I left and they cut the girl off. They cut the couple off from alcohol and they brought her to the back. And the girl said to the waitress and I guess the floor manager, when she said, listen, you're visibly intoxicated. We can no longer serve you alcohol. She said, if you don't serve me alcohol, I will spit in your face right now. And I said, here we go.
Wow.
Now, normally, that would be the cue to call security.
Yeah.
And drag their asses out.
Right.
But there is no security.
No security. What happened to 911?
I'm standing there watching this. When I heard her say spit in your face, I went outside to smoke a Black and Mild because I have nothing to do with what's about to go down. I smoked the Black and Mild, then something told me to go back in. I'm telling you, in a matter of 5 minutes, I took 3 inhales off of Black and Mild. When I walked back into the comedy room, they were on stage tussling. Wow. And this was the strongest woman I've ever seen in my life that I would not fight in real life.
Who was she fighting? The floor manager?
No, she was yelling. First, she was yelling at the floor manager for cutting her off and was like, I didn't do anything. But she was like, she didn't know what she was doing at that point. She was just shooting off. Her boyfriend gets on there and chokes her to get her off. And he kept yelling, we're going to go to jail, bitch. You got to get off stage. And he was right. And he tried to pull her off, and she wouldn't get off. So the crowd is like, man, don't do that to her. I didn't say that. I was like, keep doing it. Like, in my mind, I was like, that's the only way we're getting her off stage, and I still have the footage. The manager.
Wait a minute. You pulled out your phone and started taping?
Yes, I did.
Go black to Puerto Ricans. Yo, get that on tape.
Like I said, yes, I did.
Yes, I did. I have nothing to do with this. So I'm recording, and the manager, who's a super cool dude, comes out and he goes to talk to her. She's on stage. She's on stage doing this. He goes, can you come? And she punches the fuck out of him. Like hard. Like you hear the noise.
Oh my God.
And he automatically swells up. Like she don't punch like a girl. She punches like a middleweight. Like she connected and like you heard the noise. And I said, God damn. Wow. Anyway, long story longer, it took 30 minutes for the cops to come. They are scuffling. The boyfriend grabs her, punches her. The boyfriend punches her, like, because that's the only way you're going to get her off the stage, y'all.
Oh, my God.
So he punches her, grabs her. When he punches her, everybody's like, oh, don't do that. What are y'all talking about?
I got to go, Dream Team. I got to go take care of some stuff.
All right, later, man. Thanks for popping in.
All right,
Mike, the whole time
I'm later, Amir.
I'm sitting in that crowd. I would be thinking, am I getting my money back? Because this show is over. I need my bread back.
And the headliner was coming on. So the guy finally grabs her, chokes her, has her on the floor, right? And then people are like, yo, get off her. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Mike talked about that on the show. Yeah, that fight, in Texas.
Where was this?
When it was at the Arlington Improv.
We did. We played it. We played the clip too.
I was
I
remember that.
Then.
Oh yeah, that's when you was out fighting for your life with COVID. Yeah.
No, and then when they grabbed her, they took him up. They took him off of her. Then she popped up again, and she was like the Hulk. I don't know what she was on. And
what did y'all give her to drink?
And she went right back on stage. And it took 30 minutes before the cops came, and the cops needed 2 people, and I think they had to do something to her to get her. No, there's no security. There's no, and Lunell's been talking about this. I've told him about. They used to have one dude that was a good friend of mine named Rest Up. Rest Up is like 6'5". Big. It wasn't his job to be security. But at least he was 6'5", like 270. And when he came to tap you on the shoulder, you were like, okay, yeah. Either I'm going to be quiet, or when he said leave, you're going to leave. You on your own now. You on your own now. It's the craziest thing ever. I don't know how we got here.
Well, speaking of on your own, you guys are going to be on your own for a little bit.
Oh God, we need all the help we can because I'm.
But Dexter be here. You only got 10 minutes. Well, y'all still can do faithful or pay bills because we all over the place this morning. You want me to
everywhere?
This TK guy again and say and give my little 2 cents and then be out.
Oh my
God!
God!
Play the clip again of TK.
Okay,
TK Kirkland.
And I tell people all the time, 2 things I'm gonna do. If I get married, if I married you, I'm gonna be faithful, or I'm gonna pay all the bills. But I ain't doing both.
I ain't doing both. Pick a side.
Neither one.
Pick a side.
I'll take neither.
No, you would take one of them.
No, I wouldn't.
You would have to.
If you have to take one, which one would
you have to pick one? I mean,
if you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
One. So be faithful or pay all of the bills.
Paying all the bills.
Yeah.
Well,
I be totally faithful.
Be faithful because all of the bills. I mean, if I might only have to pay one bill. That's not him paying all of the bills.
No, he said pay all the bills. That means you ain't got to put 1 red cent in.
No, that's why I said I'll pick being faithful because he gonna pay the bills. He just said he'll pay all of the bills or be faithful. So
Johnny always trying to just
but what if he just says I'm just gonna pay the cable bill? That's just and he up in the crib chilling.
We ain't doing
so
it.
Being faithful is more important to you, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because
I would take the faithful.
Because Shiny,
but I ain't gonna pay no bills.
But you be paying for a grown man, okay?
I'm not paying the bills.
Well,
you gotta pick. You gotta pick which one.
That's why I said I'm.
No, we get that. But if you had to pick, which one would you pick?
So difficult.
You could never be you could never be in court.
Faithful, but I ain't paying no bills.
You be in contempt of court right now. We'd have to bail you out of jail if you was in court.
Like I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. We just ain't gonna have shit.
Miss Scott, answer the question.
But we'll be faithful.
No, she did not answer the question, Yana.
That's funny, Yana. She did not answer the question. We got to go pick her
up. I picked faithful.
All right. If I had to pick one, my pick would be another
person.
That's not one of the options. You're going to jail too. You can tell these people, friends. You're going to jail. Action. If you got to pick one, you got to pick one. Is it be faithful? Absolutely faithful, which means no matter what situation this person's in, they are faithful.
They're faithful, holding you down.
I pick faithful.
Yeah, I would too.
You would pick faithful, Mike?
Yeah, I would pick faithful. Even though, damn, if she paid all the bills, if she paid all, no, I'm not gonna be broke. But if she paid all the bills, damn.
There we go, Joy. Joy, like, pay them bills, we'll be good.
I knew that was coming from Joy. Joy has some other comments. Pay all the bills.
Uh-huh.
And he ran the streets.
We both out here cheating.
But she said her bills are paid.
We both bring something home.
Yeah, and she can do what she want to do with her money, I guess.
We got all the streaming channels.
Not the streaming channels.
We got all of it. We got everything going on.
Oh, goodness
TK
gracious.
Curtin. Oh, this is just so crazy. That's why I'm not mad at people who got sugar mommies and sugar daddies. Like, I get it. I understand. Like, if I was that type of person, like if I was all in shape and handsome and shit, I'd get me a sugar mommy. People like, yo, why you with her? I'm like, cuz you know why I'm with her. We got all the streaming channels.
Because she pay all the bills.
She pay all the bills.
Would you want a woman paying all your bills or like that?
I wouldn't give a fuck. Let me tell you
Like
something.
deep down.
No, like your male thing that you got is really like you're like in 3 lives ago, like you must have been an African ruler of women. Like you must have been.
He said an African ruler.
No, you wouldn't feel less of a man. I not mean being a dictator and a ruler. I'm just saying you wouldn't feel less of a man if the female paid for everything.
Let me tell you something. My manhood is not based on paying no goddamn bills. I do not feel like more of a man every time I pay a bill. It never makes me feel like more of a man.
Like the woman can pay for everything all the time.
Everything.
No,
I wouldn't care.
No, you lying. I know you. You're lying. You lying. There's no way everything. I don't believe you.
Brainwashed you, yo.
That's hard for me to believe too about Mike.
I don't believe that with Mike.
Because anytime I've been anywhere with Mike and and a bill had to be paid, if I went to reach for my purse, he'd be like, put your stuff down.
I purposely go slower so he can, and he always quick. So I know
you guys
Mike pulled that Discover card out real quick.
You guys are absolutely right, and you know how resentful I am that I've been trained like that. I be pissed as hell. Do you know how mad I be that my whole life I've had to take care of all the goddamn bills? Like, dog, I do not. This shit don't make me feel like. You want me to feel like more of a man? Let me do push-ups. Trust. It don't change. But I will say this: give me the right one. Like, if you were with J-Lo, Jay, you really gonna feel like less of a man because J-Lo paying for everything?
I need to contribute as a man. There's no way.
Put in the tip. Put in the tip.
No way.
I'll be back.
All right, girl.
There's no way I could get through life.
I don't even understand how y'all believe.
I wouldn't feel. I just, you could treat here and there. I get it. I get that. But everything all the time, well, yeah, I can't.
That's so funny.
Nah.
She obviously makes a ton of more money than you do.
I need to figure out how to make money off her money, to make my own money, to be able to contribute.
It's still so that you don't feel less of a man making money off her money.
Mary Jane can do. I need to figure out my lane, get my own path, and then I can, not your money. I'm gonna do mine. But I don't know if Kendu did that. But I need to figure out how to get money off your money. If that's the case, if you're the big
that's even worse. Then you should feel like less of a man for doing that.
No, I need
to make money off of your money.
I'm creating my own lane.
Off of her money.
Offer her success.
Offer her success. That's even less of a man.
But no, that's not. It's when you just sitting back and letting her take care of you, and you just no.
You making your success off of her success. That you ain't even build it on your own.
I'm figuring out a way.
That's less of a man.
No, it's not. That was a smart man. That was
That's
a smart
less
man.
of a man.
Because you don't have your own streams. I'm creating separate streams of income.
Offer her income.
Not offer her income, offer her name. Because it's because of who I'm with is the reason I'm in those doors. I'm able to create this lane.
Offer her.
People wouldn't answer my call if I wasn't.
Offer her.
Yeah, but I got my own lane.
Remember when we get into an argument and you think that you did something, you're going to be reminded that you got that shit because of me. Yeah.
You better not put it in my face. Oh, they wouldn't have took your call if you wasn't married.
You got all that shit because of me. Look, Action said, I'm letting Oprah handle everything. Hell yeah. And feeling extra good about it. There's nothing I can do. What am I going to do?
Why I can't do a marriage that came in my head, but anybody that's with somebody that's a bigger name, that's, how do they build their own lane? How does Stedman build his own lane off of being rocking with Oprah?
Stedman did that before he met Oprah.
I'm saying, but whoever's the female, if J-Lo had, when she with the dancer dude, Chris Judd, did he get to build his own lane? Or he just kept dancing? I don't know. But you got to be able to build your own lane somehow, but not living off that person's, money and success.
Say, just
Kevin Federline, did he build his own DJ company?
Do me a favor. Don't say as a man. Just say as your personal, it makes you feel some type of way. Because it don't make you no more manly because somebody else is paying the bills. It doesn't make you less. Feeling the big face champion jacket.
Appreciate you, Ashley. Crazy options. Riley, you got to pick a side, though, Riley. Pick a side. Somebody got to pick a side.
And I tell people all the time, 2 things I'm going to do. If I married you, I'm going to be faithful or I'm going to pay all the bills, but I ain't doing both.
I just wish you would have pronounced married you right. It's just irritating me. I'd have married you. I just wish we could have had the editing department fix that for us.
The editing department.
Do we have an editing department that could have fixed that first part?
We got to look into it. Maybe it's the same research as the same editing.
And we go to my lane is being Mr. Oprah, being the side piece to a billionaire is a good lane. I ain't mad. I'm just don't like that. Like, man, yeah, that part, right? Yeah. Marriage you. Like, what you say? I'm not gonna do both. Well, how about this? If you don't do both, just pronounce the word correctly, and you ain't gotta do both.
He makes 60 plus look good. That's like TK is like 62 years old.
And
right?
I tell people all the time, 2 things I'm gonna do. If I married you, I'm gonna be faithful or I'm gonna pay all the bills, but I ain't doing both.
I'm doing both.
Married you.
If I'm gonna marry you, what? I love TK. Don't want a woman paying my bills, Rodney Perry said.
Thank you, Rodney. It's weird, right, Rodney? If a woman paying all your bills, what kind of man are you?
Stop saying what type of man. The type of man I am is I married right. You married wrong. I married correctly.
I knew I was going to get you.
I married a CEO. And you married, not you, Jay Black. I'm not talking about you directly. I married a CEO or a COO or a COF or a CFO. You married a chick that could really cook. So, which means you got to pay the bills. I don't. I'm chilling. Matter of fact, babe, I'm taking care of the house. I'm coordinating. Since we got money, I'm going to make sure that lawn is perfection. I ain't doing shit to it, but I'm going to make sure I coordinate that company. Slow your roll.
What up? Take him out.
I feel like less of a man if I pay. Man, I'm telling you, that's the most overrated shit ever. Every time I pay the mortgage, I never feel like more of a man. I'm like, fuck.
Do you allow Stacy to go out and pay for things for you?
Hell yeah.
Oh, she pay for everything?
No, she don't pay for everything. She's not capable of paying for everything, but Stacy helps a lot.
But if she, well, you saying if she could, you would allow it.
Hell yeah. Stacey was somewhere making $700,000.
Yeah, he lying, Rodney. Yeah, I believe you.
Y'all are crazy. The most overrated thing.
I know
this is
you're
why
not.
Black and Hispanic men have been brainwashed into this shit. That's why cats be depressed when they can't make it happen.
What did we say?
Allow Stacey to pay for it. That's what you said.
Well, yeah, because you, as a dude, you're gonna say no, she's not. Like, so I get it if it's like a special. Hey, I want to take you out to dinner, but every she got to pay for everything. So what are you here for? If
I wasn't put on this earth to pay bills. That's what y'all think. Y'all think y'all were put on this earth to pay bills.
To take care of your lady not taking care of you.
She seems so. Who said that? Who made this?
If she's paying for everything all the time and you're
not,
and
it's fine,
and you okay with it?
Yes.
But you're gonna pump the gas, but she's gonna give you her card or give you the cash to go do it. And it just feels weird. You're sitting like you're a kid or something, waiting to be taken care of.
Who cares?
And you're a dude.
It don't make no difference. It's just in a man's. No, that's how men were taught. It's not in a man's nature. It's how men were taught. Bills weren't in a man's nature. Makes a man feel grateful when a woman contributes. Man, listen, contribute and take over. You want to see me be grateful? Take that mortgage the fuck over. We can high five. And if you look at me as less than a man, I'm going to be like, uh-huh. So one of the traits that you liked was me paying for shit. Oh, I get it now. I understand. If we married, all our money's our money anyway. Yeah, Lady Q. Real talk. I love it when Stacey tells me Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas? Shit, y'all, next Christmas, just let me go out and pick my own shit myself and buy it for myself. Mike Shawn. Wait for a card. I'll be waiting. Go ahead, Uncle Rodney. What's good?
Turn your wipers off, Rodney. I think that's your windshield.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Rodney, those are the loudest.
I said, where's
what
he
else
at?
do they
What's going on?
clean?
Somebody banging somebody back out, or he got wipers on one or the other? But go ahead.
Rodney got wipers that are clean up his windshield and weed whack. Like, what's up, Ronnie? How you feel? What's going on?
I mean, a woman money ain't no good for me, man. I would never want to want. You know, women don't know how to act when they spending all their money. Like, you know, you ever have a woman like pay half the bill? They be talking shit. So like, it's not on no machismo thing. It's like, yo, women will literally hold it over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, my ex-wife did that shit. No, you're right. My ex-wife did that. That's why we not together. My ex-wife did that.
You know, what you gonna do? You know, you gonna just play PlayStation all day? Yes.
That was my plan.
That's what I do when I pay the bills. I don't judge me.
But see, it's a reason. See, that's my thing. There's an angle to paying the bills. See,
is that what TK was saying though?
I don't know what the fuck. I think TK just felt like saying some shit right now.
I need that clip though. Send me that clip, Jay Black.
All right.
Because when he said I'm not gonna do both, the shit is just hilarious to me because I thought that was like part of the deal when you get married that you do, like it comes with, like, you know, maybe not paying the bills, but I thought faithful came with being married. I thought
faithful is part of it.
That's what
you can't go, you know what, let's make a deal. What I'm gonna do, you take 2 bills and that you purchase my faithfulness.
Listen, I will say this, I'm blessed because Stacey she's never brought up any bills that she pays. Like, I designate, I'll be like, Stace, listen, I'm gonna need you. This is what I need. I'm gonna need you to take care of these 3 or 4 bills and just take. She's never brought it up. Like, you know.
Does it matter what the bills are? Like, you're not gonna let her do mortgage.
If she could.
She can. She rich. She ain't spent no money in 20 years. I told my wife, I say, my wife is in charge of our day, our financial home. But I give her the money, and she be complaining about that. Like I don't understand how she don't have this shit in her head. Like, I'm like, she gotta always look at her little iPad and go over it. I'm like, what? Like, how do you not remember this? This is the same shit every month. my thing, I don't like nobody to call me. So if they calling me, you miss something.
Facts. Don't be calling me saying I owe you nothing.
I got the lawn people, and then she want to cancel the lawn service, but she don't have no new lawn service.
I'm gonna sick it up. Well, who's the replacement?
Me. I'm the replacement. I decided you gonna go back to cutting grass. No, I ain't.
I decided.
I got a Mexican for that.
I decided.
Facts. But honestly, I don't know. Maybe because I paid bills for so long, I would not have a problem with a woman being able to take care of the bills. Now, we're not bringing up somebody holding it over you. Now, that's a different game. Now, we're going to do that. I don't hold it over anybody. Stacey's never held it over me. Like, facts are, Stacey gets huge income tax checks.
Right.
Huge. Right?
So she might pay for the vacation.
Yeah, but she doesn't know she did. Like, that income tax check actually goes into, like, Stacey never even questions it. The check goes to me.
Right.
Like, she just puts it in.
But if it wasn't for you, she couldn't have got the income tax.
Yeah, I just gave some sperm up. That was it.
Yes, Anna. Psychic is coming up next, Anna, right now. And actually get your birth date, month, and year. Not the year, rather. Your month and day, and whatever your direct question is, Anna. Get that in. But go keep going, y'all. We're gonna bring on Psychic again.
No, I really don't. Like, Jay's like, and I think a lot of guys think like that. Like, you're less of a man.
Oh yeah, Rodney. I'm starting my lawn care service, Rodney. Maybe I could come. Yes, a good idea, Nikki.
I'll be your first customer.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, Rodney.
Although I'm a little hesitant hiring you blacks.
Not you blacks. See, that's our problem right there.
No, hear me out, Jay. I love black people. So I'm in the grocery store. Dude's like, Rodney Perry. I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, I got my own lawn service, man. I would love to service your property. I was like, you know what? I got you. Done.
Give you that chance.
Brought him by the house. He surveyed. First of all, he charged me like 40% more. But you know what? Black business, I'm going to support.
Okay.
And I say to him, I say, hey, man, he hit me up on the phone. He's like, I'm almost done, man. I just want to let you know. I was like, all right. He's like, I know you got a tree leaning over your house. I think you probably should chop this tree. I said, all right, what that's going to be? Oh, that's another $700.
Wait.
It was to chop it down and remove everything, clean up process.
Not even, he just hitting the limb. I'm like, you know what? No problem. I say, also, while you doing that, I got a bush in the front I won't look at.
Oh.
He goes, oh, I can't do that.
What?
Yeah, because after I do this tree, I got to be at another property, so I can't do that.
Okay, maybe next time.
Well, why couldn't he reschedule and be like, well, I have another appointment, but I'll come back.
You just hit me for like $1,000.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to knock that. Yeah, you got to knock that out. Yeah. Hold on, Rodney, I give you.
Wait, so that's why you wouldn't mess with. And first of all, that's just one person, but because he got a schedule, you got to respect and honor. Because if he was scheduled to come to your house next, you would want him to be on time.
He wasn't thinking about that schedule when he charged him for that tree. Go ahead, Rodney. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Mike Shawn. Jay Black, I agree with you 90% of the time. No, sir. No, sir.
Hold on, Rodney. I'll give you another one. Now, once again, we all want to support Black businesses. These are isolated incidents that we're talking.
Yes,
here.
Absolutely.
I support.
Yes.
I was trying to transfer my car from Texas to New Jersey. Okay.
You ship it.
Ship it. I was shipping it. Okay. I didn't want to put the miles on it. I was shipping it. So I was referred to a gentleman. So the gentleman came. He brought a truck. He wanted to look at the car. It's a small car. Nothing big. Not a big deal. Small car. And his boy next to him recognized me and said, Michael Shawn. I said, yeah. He said, oh, man, you was on the radio.
Price just went up.
Yes. I'm not exaggerating for this to be funny. I'm going to tell you the God's truth. He looked at the car and looked at it for like 20 minutes and said, you know what? I'm going to call you tomorrow. I said, you're going to call me tomorrow? I'm like, the car's size ain't going to change. Like, we already calculated.
We know where it's going.
We're going exactly where it's going. He called me the next day. He said, yeah, I did the calculations. He said he wanted to charge me close to $5,000 to take this car from Texas to Jersey. And I didn't say it in a mean way. I said, sir, I could just take $5,000 and get a down payment and buy a new car when I get to Jersey.
Buy a car.
I could just buy a car when I get there. I could just sell my
it.
car right here. I could sell it because it's paid off. I could sell it. And I was like, $5,000?
So people charge you guys based off of who you are. So your price is altered just from your name.
I swear to God, and I don't know if this happens to you, Mike. The minute that person recognizes me, I'm about to get bad service.
It's over.
The minute when they go, oh, Rodney Perry, it's over.
And Rodney get it worse. I get it in certain areas because I work on the radio in those certain areas. Rodney might catch the bad service. He could be in Cincinnati somewhere just trying to get a sandwich.
All right. So every Thursday I don't know Rodney's sticking around for for our psychic if you want to hang out for a little bit or not, but usually every Thursday. But he has schedule changes right now, so we're gonna have him on each Wednesday now at 8:30. He's our psychic, he's our medium, he's our tarot card reader. He the one that told me the Sixers was going to win by a blowout. Basically, said the game was going to be a blowout, and I knew it was the Sixers, and he was dead on. He told me about my family.
Somebody was going to win by a blow. It was going to be a blowout.
It was a blowout, and it was a 35-point blowout. Smash. Good morning, Dexter Kendrick. Good morning, Dex. Good morning.
All right, Dex. Before I start selling drugs, right?
What?
Before I start pushing heavyweight across state lines, what is going on with this job? My birthday is March 2nd. Like, because I'm about to just tap out. I'm about to just stop. I'm about to just tap out. So this has been a long process. I know I got to be patient. I'm down to be patient if you tell me to be patient.
I say that
what
every
choice
week.
do I have?
I feel like I feel like I say that every week. But also, I feel like we also cover distinctive timelines that
Right.
that work in your favor. There's a retrograde coming up, and so a lot of people are going to be asked to kind of go back to the drawing board and revise and revisit some things. So getting responses back from people is going to be a little bit slower now as we move into May and until the beginning of June. So you'll notice around May 21st, you have like some kind of revived, what's the word I want to say, optimism. But in the meantime, you have to find something productive to do with yourself. I mean, to be honest. Also, too, there seems to be some kind of a new working on a new script. So I don't know if you are revising some of the stuff that you do in front of audiences. There's something new coming down the pipe for you in terms of perspective. So
now you did say
it's an adjustment
enjoy.
phase.
Now the crazy thing is you said enjoy being still, right? You said
Yes.
you deserve, and I have. It's been weird. Financially, everything's been fine. But
Wow.
it
Let's
feels so,
acknowledge that. Let's not just gloss over that, because I think sometimes it can sound like, oh, I'm at my wit's end, but actually, no, your needs are met. And that's Psalm 23 right there. So number one, your needs are being met. So the dialogue here is just, I don't agree with God's timing. I'm in some,
I want more
normal.
and I want it now.
It's normal. I think it's normal, right? It's normal. If for example, when a baby wants something they can't have, it's normal for them to cry and be upset or flustered about it. And parents have to say, you'll be all right. You'll be okay.
But but this is my thing. It's not that I'm complaining. Is that I don't want anybody to ever feel like I'm being lazy in any way. Like I think, and Rodney can understand this, when we're not busy.
Yeah.
When we're busy, we're super busy. And then when things slow down, you feel weird and you're like, and now things are about to, you said things were going to pick up. Now they're about to pick up tremendously. Now things are about to be,
congratulations,
where I'll be like complaining that I'm driving at 1 o'clock in the morning
or something.
You said it, and you said it for May too, I believe. Back in February, you said it
May, and you said it was going to be May.
You said May.
I just don't want any. I always feel like it's not that I'm complaining, because when you told me you gave me the okay to be cool with being still. I was like, all right. I said, God, I just don't want you to think I'm being lazy. Like, I don't ever want that to be like, I'm not trying to make things happen. So that's why I'm asking. So you're saying it's going to take some time.
I think we underestimate how powerful we are when you put something into the universe. When you send a prayer up, all resources are made available at the appropriate time, like immediately. There's no extra effort you can do other than what's laid on your heart and the distinctive what's the word I want to say, steps you can take toward it. And sometimes the step is pausing. So recognizing that pausing is also a step is important. And I don't think we include pausing enough.
Wow.
And myself included.
And this is my last one, and I'm going to stop being selfish. And this is almost like you're almost my therapist right now. Real talk, because I got it. This has been weird. I'm normally a super positive person. I am not the toughest person. I am not the smartest person, but I'm 1,000% one of the most resilient people you will ever meet. No matter how fucked up things get, no matter how many times I may wake up in a cell, I'm always like, we're gonna get through this, and this is gonna be funny. But lately, I've been picking shit apart and finding the negative in every single thing. Like, no matter what it is. Like, I've literally found myself in the car driving and literally complaining in my head about a sound that I might hear in the car, but here go the bullshit. Like, everything everything. Like, dog, I walk in the house, and if there's something laying out of place, it's like messing up my mood. I'm like, what is that? Is there something in the cars that is there like
retrograde? Right,
is there something going on? Because I ain't never been this negative, dog. Like, for real.
So the zodiac signs are actually constellations. So they're fixed. The planets are the only things that really move. So one of the things that's happening right now with Mars, the planet of challenge and opposition, is traveling through Pisces, at least until May 24th. So basically, I mean, there'll be a little bit more irritation showing up here based upon how much you are going with the flow. Mars is all about action, and Pisces energetic is all about surrender. And so there's a disconnect when Mars comes to Pisces. And that's what I think you're feeling. That's what you just said in terms of the dialogue around your needs being met and yet you feeling like you should be doing more. There's an energetic imbalance happening, which is normal and should end around the end of the month. So I think it'll pass. You have to find a productive way to be creative with those juices. And whatever way that is for you. Like I do say, there is a movement happening where I do see you working on some kind of new material. So you come up with something to do with this time.
Excellent. All right, y'all. Anybody else?
Well, right there. Well, what's going through Virgo for the Earths? Like, what's going through our planets? me and Rodney Virgos. What's happening for Virgos?
You ain't giving the date. What's your date?
No, he don't need it. Just in general.
So,
I'm just trying to figure out in general for all Virgos
right
out
back.
there.
Go ahead, y'all.
Sure. So for Virgo, I mean, this period of time is a good opportunity to take a look at what your happiness looks like for you, and also not to make sure you're not what's the word I was overextending your energy in a way that makes you feel unhappy, just in terms of wanting to feel productive. So Pisces and Virgo are on the same axis, but Virgo takes it to a different space. It can turn into more nervous energy, which can actually upset the digestion and the stomach and esophageal system. So that can, change the appetite. It can cause acid reflux. It can cause us to do things that give us heart palpitations. We have to be careful, because Virgo's energetic is learning through the signals our body sends us about whether we should be active or taking a pause. I mean, that's just one of the things happening right now. But
is there a sign that's winning right now that's on top? Like, is there a certain sign right now? Like, yo, these people, the Capricorns, the Sagittarius, like, is there anyone that's like shining right now?
I wouldn't say shining. There's a lot of drama happening right now. I mean, there's a couple different things happening as far as eclipses, and Venus just moved into Aries, which I talked about on my show last night. And that basically means like all of us are going to be itching for some kind of a productive way to test our strength. So that can easily boil down to picking little fights that are insignificant, or it can turn into us working on something that's more productive. Venus is out of kilter with the energy of Aries. So basically it just means we might be itching for a little bit of a battle. So I think everybody right now is experiencing some challenges to growth. And we just have to make.
Brian, you got anything before we take this first question? And by the way, I think Mike, y'all got to get these IGs popping to get people on IG with questions. Start lining up people questions. Ryan, anything before we take this first one?
Just real quick, man. Thank you for the chat about my son. He came home a day ago, but we talked about him really being settled, like going into June, and I think that'll be true. That he's home now, but he still is kind of in the air a bit, if that make any sense. So I'm excited about that, and I'm always concerned about career, but I mean, on some level, I feel like my relationship is stable.
He dropped. I mean, I could answer for you. Keep going. Let me see.
Okay. No, maybe you can. So
what relationship are you talking about, Rodney? What relationship are you talking about? You said the stable.
My wife.
Oh, okay.
Like we cool, but at the same time, it's like I feel like nothing's ever gonna change. We just gonna stay together.
Wow.
Like I'm not gonna do nothing different. She's not gonna do nothing different. But we're gonna be 95.
That is the realest shit you ever said, Rodney. Wow. I'm not even, all I can do is tell you is I relate to what you just said. And I would be, I hate when people start giving advice or giving like solutions to something that you're going through. I'm going through the same thing at the same time. And I've thought the same thoughts. Like, ain't nothing bad.
I mean, now I want more than anything. Like, I want a legitimate clean slate. Like, wow. I'm almost ready to get with a new person just to get a new slate. Like, have no history, no, remember you did this 10 years ago. Like, all that shit be gone. Like, I'm like, if you forgive a person, you got to fucking let it go. And my wife good for bringing up some old shit. So am I supposed to just forget? I did. I forgot your shit.
Oh, that's
I did, but I don't bring it up.
Yeah. I mean, have you guys, and you don't have to answer this. You already know I'm not saying anything out of being malicious or anything. Have you guys gone to therapy, couples therapy?
We have not. We talked about it several times. We haven't. So I think that'll probably be our next move, actually, to be honest.
Because I just don't know, how do you actually suggest it? Because you got to understand, like in my situation, is like I would have to suggest something like that because she's so laid back. The woman that I'm with is so laid back that is like, she's cool with what you just said. We can stay just like this, and we'll do this till we're 90. And it's like, I feel like if I say it, I'm shaking up the apple cart, and I'm like, I'm almost like it's going to be looked upon like I'm making a decision, like something got to change or I'm out. And I'm just saying, I think something does have to change, but I'm not making an ultimatum.
Like I always end up preaching. Like, you know, like I'm like Jay Black. I always end up inflicting my will.
Allegedly.
Men talk.
Allegedly.
Ain't no allegedly in that shit.
Hey.
You're just
Cool, man.
sharing your thoughts. You're not inflicting your will. You're just sharing your thoughts.
Okay, Jay Black.
And being and you're just pushing the narrative, and for people to understand your viewpoint, which is okay for people to understand your viewpoint. I mean, they don't have to go along with it, but as long as they understand, you were able to feel comfortable to speak your thoughts.
But I'm no therapist. The funny thing is, like, when we have this discussion of something that happened, and I break these rules sometimes too. When we have a discussion and we've confronted an issue, and we've both admitted to what we've either done on the good or the bad, like, you can't bring that shit up a year later, because all we're gonna do is go back and
my wife don't subscribe to that law at all. My wife said that is not her law. You made that up, Rodney. Who says I can't?
And I've broken that law too, but we do understand she knows exactly what you're going to say when she says what she says. And you're going to be in the same exact conversation again. Like, it's the rut of the same talk that we're going to have again.
I told my wife, I said, look, I would like to tell you I'm going to say some new shit, but I'm not.
I would like to, but
hold on. Put Ashley's comment up. Ashley said, that's how I have to restart after 23 years. It might be the blessing inside of the tragedy for me. After 23 years, you had to restart?
Wow.
Damn.
It happens.
And how about this? I ain't trying to be single. I don't want to be single.
Right? Who wants to be single? Who want to be out in them streets dolo solo?
Old ass man,
hit 40.
full gray beard.
This is what that we're really having men's talk. Like, we talking like it's just me. This is just us talking.
Like,
okay?
we're not in front of thousands of people.
Yeah, like we're not. All right. This is where I get mad. I feel like there's a lot of shit I did out of obligation. And all of a sudden you start doing things out of obligation, and you realize that other than my career, the rest of my life has been, the shit I'm doing is out of obligation. Like, I do stuff that I thoroughly disagree with, but I still do it.
Wow.
And I go like, I'm still doing this stuff. And I think that's what builds up resentment, and it comes out in different ways. So I become a little more difficult in other situations because I'm like, why am I still? And it's almost like you feel like this is an imaginary thing that you feel like you can't get out of it. Like, I'll give you an example. People just get at me because how adamant I am against Christmas. I really hate Christmas. I really do. It makes no sense to me, but it's because I am forced to do Christmas my entire life the way other people have wanted to do Christmas. So every year I feel the stress of God to get everybody what they want to do, and then to do what they want. Dog, I'm so relieved. I love watching my kids. I'm not saying I don't like having, I love watching my kids do what they do, opening up gifts. But when it's done, I'm almost relieved when the shit is over. And I start getting anxiety like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
Like, I already start getting it. Because I know exactly where I'm going to be at what time during Christmas. I know where I'm going to be driving. I know what I'm going to have to do. I know where I'm going to have to be. And everybody else loves it. And I hate it. But it's that obligation of, I've been doing this for years. Sorry.
Dex should be coming back. He just texted his froze. He's trying to get back on. I know
she said, did he leave the show? Like, he left us because he was mad at us. Like, what type of shit is that?
No, because he's on the IG. He wanted us to come to the IG, but he's trying to get back on here to do both. But go ahead.
He had to restart after 31 years. But,
Jacqueline just went through that too. Yeah, Jacqueline, divorce and
wow. Hey, guys, I'm about to go ahead and grab breakfast. I'm gonna keep listening to Dex.
All right. Good looking. Uncle Rodney, check us out on Human Mill on the Human Mill app today, this afternoon, as we do our sports show. Box seats. Yeah, it's tough.
23 years, 31 years, starting over. Jesus. That's tough. Lady Q, don't think about it, because I ain't for it.
Unless you want to leave. You want to keep her if you want to leave?
Yeah. Huh? What'd I say?
Ashley, the boy.
Look, let's do therapy. Let's do therapy.
The boy's father passed last year. High school sweethearts.
Yes.
This super single is all. Oh, the boy's father passed last year. Oh,
I think she got like 4 boys, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, I know this is very unprofessional, but my nose is killing me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got to be tough. 4 boys on your own. And then it's finding somebody to fill that role. But I know she don't need nobody to fill that role. She got it. I know we're gonna say to that. But yeah, that's tough.
No, that's hard. I don't even know what to tell you, girl. We need a therapist. I'm sure when Mo comes back, she'd be able to answer questions like that. I don't like answering questions like that because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, it stuck the stuff in my nose. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm struggling right now. I don't know. Don Page, it's tough to move on, but there is no price for peace of mind. There really isn't.
Well, Ashley's case is different.
No, Ashley's case is different.
Way different, yeah. But yeah, when the relationship don't work, and you start
I don't even
over,
like how that sounded. I said if Lady Q wanted to leave. You basically said you wouldn't let her. What the fuck is that?
No, but she said that to me all the time too. She said we stuck together.
Oh, I don't like that.
We both said we
but that's good for y'all. Y'all work. Y'all good. Y'all good. I couldn't.
She don't believe in divorce though. That's like a big thing for her. She doesn't believe in that. Like there's a lot of females that think that nope, this must work. We need to figure out how to make it work.
I think. See that. See that whole thing. This much work. That don't make any sense to me. Like that don't make any sense.
That somebody's fight for their marriage to try to
fighting for your marriage, but not being happy for years. That's a lot.
Well, who said they're not? Will and Jada not happy? Who said that we're not happy? Like,
no, I'm not saying y'all not happy. I'm just saying we gotta. People always do the romanticize. You gotta fight for your marriage, and that's true. You gotta go through. Yeah, but if you're just not happy, and you're just not happy, there's nothing you could do. If you're just not happy,
did you try to fix it? Did you do everything within your power to make it work?
How about if you just weren't meant to marry this person? Did y'all ever think
something? It was something there for you guys to get married. It was something.
Yeah, and the something wasn't what you thought it was. You're like, I don't want to be here. Like if a person really says, I don't want to be here, and then people say, no, you got to keep working. Well, if the person really doesn't want to be there, why do we force them to actually suck it up and stick it out?
Because people go through emotional roller coasters. You may feel that way on Monday, and then Friday completely different.
All right, if it's year 2 for the person, you've now stuck it out for 2 years. I mean, I get it. I mean, hey, Jay's going to chain her to a radiator if Lady Q tries to leave. No, neither one of them leaving.
As much as she get on my last nerve, all that hollering, she hollers and screams and curses all day, every day. Why are you hollering? It's like, yeah. I knew that from day one.
But it's like I respect people who work relationships out, and I respect people who say this ain't working.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna work. I see relationships that worked, right? And I see what they went through, and I'm like, shit, that would, to me, even if the relationship turned out okay, the shit they went through, I wouldn't even have gone through. I'm like, that ain't worth it to me. But if it's worth it to you, God bless.
I guess marriage has to be some sort of work, but not okay. Here come Dex back. I think marriage has to be some sort of work, and then I think we can jump on IGs too together. But at the same time, marriage is marriage. It is work involved, but you can't just give up. Dex, have you ever been married before or thought about marriage?
I actually have never wanted to be married, and still don't. I just posted about that yesterday. It's so funny you asked.
Is there something? It ain't nothing. Nothing with the cards about marriage. Like what is the card? Like what is the whole? I don't know what my question is, but you get where I'm going. Like, is there something related to marriage within the tarot cards or the numerology, like anything?
Well, when you say related to marriage, are you saying is there is there indication in your horoscope that can tell you whether or not you'll get married?
That sound good. I like or what?
Or are you saying that is marriage like? Let me answer that question in terms of my own horoscope, for example. So there's two different pieces in the horoscope. One piece in the horoscope indicates challenges that you met in previous lifetimes that you don't need to meet this lifetime, and that's called the south node of the moon. So everybody, if you go to alabe.com, you can look at your birth chart and see where the south node is. It'll tell you exactly what area of life you don't have to try and focus on because it's on autopilot. It's also an area where we go back to when we feel like the new challenges of this lifetime get too hard. For me, that is the area of relationships and marriage. I am here. The north node of the moon indicates what we're growing towards. So the north node of my moon, the north node is in my horoscope is associated with me being independent, working independently, and living up to my own personal potentials. So for me, I can do relationships. But I have often found that they often follow a similar theme. They don't necessarily make me feel like what's the word I want to say? Like I needed it or like I've gotten better because of it in terms of needing to be in a relationship. There's other kinds of partnerships that can be like a marriage. My relationship with my mom is similar to a marriage with compromises and taking care of each other, etc. A lot of my relationships with certain cousins and certain friends are like a marriage where we take care of each other's needs, but it's not always sexually. So I think that's the important piece. So everybody's chart is just different. Some people are predisposed to marriage and multiple marriages even sometimes. And other people are predisposed to have other life experiences like divorce or being single for the lifetime. I know people in their 20s and 30s who've never been in a relationship, and that's a part of their life's path. So there's variations on relationships. It's not mandatory.
Gotcha. I don't know how we got there, but yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what was that?
No, we were talking about relationships. Like me, Rodney, we're talking about relationships and being in a relationship where you feel like things are just the same. And you're like, they're just going to be like this till we're 90, but nothing's going to change.
Ooh, that's well, but life has changed. So if you are in a relationship and not feeling like it's changing, then I would prompt you to see where it's dead and revive it.
Got you. Ann said, May 31st, do you see a romantic relationship with the man I know, Bob, or someone new will come into my life? Damn. She said, please.
She threw the book at the question. She made sure she asked.
Can you get on the IG? Can you get on the IG? I know we're going to get on yours next week, and because we ain't got a bunch of time. How much time do we have with you?
30 minutes, but I'm on my phone. Let me see if I can log.
Oh, you're on your phone. Don't worry about it. You're on the phone. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
If I can log back, I'm going to try and log back in on my computer while we're talking. And if we can, then sure, we'll do IG.
Somebody, when you dropped off, real quick, before you answer, when you dropped off, somebody thought you quit the show. I was like, what did we do? Why they were like, he left. He left the show.
He's on IG. He left y'all.
I mean, it's happened before. People have left, but
I went on IG to let y'all know that was working, and to try and send invites because and people started to log in and ask questions, but nobody was on. So I came back. Good. So as far as Ann is concerned, give me a second. Ann has a couple different questions here. Well, do you see a romantic relationship with a man? Is Bob free? Bob seems like Bob is already embroiled in something else. I don't know if Bob is already married. There seems to be some kind of something that has not been closed for Bob. I'm seeing this number 9. The swords turned upside down here. I'm also seeing the sun card. You're not going to get what you want from Bob. I sound like my auntie now. She's like just blurts stuff out. May she rest in peace. But and this number 5 of wands showing up here. Yeah, so Bob is a no. You'll see that as we move closer to June, though. Also, too, you have a hard conversation coming up with Bob. So I do think, I don't know if you shoot your shot or like just ask him to make it plain for you, but there's some information coming out about that. And you're asking, will someone new come into your life? Well, they have to because Bob can't give you what you need.
Damn.
Sorry about that.
Bob can't give you. Do you have any questions? Do you want us to go? Do you want to invite us to your IG then, since you got to be on your phone? It don't matter to me. Oh, we got another one. We got another one. Let's. I'm just trying to get.
I got a couple people in the queue. So yeah,
we got a couple people. All right. Ashley said,
on this side,
819. Is it a reason why I've been feeling very calm and peaceful lately?
Oh, hold on.
Okay, I see what he's trying to do. Let me take you down on this one for a second. He's switching out. So you can do this IG and put this one up.
All right, perfect.
All right, so
I'm gonna hop over. I'm gonna just log on IG and y'all can just join me.
Thank you for bearing with me. It's, you never know when technology is going to show its ass.
It's all good. It's all good.
I was gonna start doing readings next, to be honest, Dex, because sometimes I feel
That would have
connected.
been dope.
I really do.
I would have wanted you to read me.
I mean, you know what? We should do that, Mike. Next week, I got to get in that right zen. But absolutely.
You don't have a zen.
I do have a zen. You're a hater. You're a hater. I do.
First of all, he said, I'm close. I have the power. You don't. He said,
He said he saw something in me too with abilities. He saw something. It might have been early on.
He was just pacifying you. That was just a pacifier. That's
You
all
have
it
to
was.
have. You have to have. All creatives have psychic abilities. Period. There's no. How else? Where do you think inspiration comes from?
He's not a creative. He's not a creative.
Oh,
he's not part of that world.
Can't tell him what he don't see. He sees something. He sees something.
He's not part of that world. Ashley, we're gonna get to you. Ashley, I don't understand what you want him to read. You say, is there a reason why I'm calm and peaceful lately? Why don't I enjoy it? Why do you want to know the reason? But okay, all right. Maybe it's that kush you smoking.
No, she's trying to understand.
I'm on Instagram if you guys want to join me.
All right, though. How do I?
I tried to invite you. I invited Jay Black.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, damn, that's how it is. That's how it is. Hold on.
I just sent request to join Dex. You good?
Where's Dex at?
Ooh,
page logging in.
All right, just tell me when you're live, and then you'll pop up on my.
I'm live now on Love 911 Terror.
Oh wait, I'm under the wrong account. Oh my bad.
I don't see you being live. What the hell?
Yep, I'm live right now.
All these people doing it. Now I'm here.
It said Jay Black is unable to join.
Yeah, no, I'm here now. I'm sorry. I was under the wrong.
Oh, there you are. All right, cool. There we go. Let me add you. Somebody else sent me a request. I don't know them now.
That was me.
How do I just get on live?
Don't worry about it. That was another account. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
All right, cool. Okay, where we at? Oh, there we go. Mike Shawn Comedy. When I tried to invite you to join, it wouldn't pull you. It wouldn't populate you. I don't know. Do you have that turned off? Where people can't invite you?
I'm gonna send a request to you and see if we can get on here so that I don't actually. Okay, there you go.
Anna said May 31st. I'm not sure that's the date for her and Bob, but yeah, Bob ain't it, Ann. Bob living foul. He living foul. He got so much.
I think Bob is already involved with something. That was the biggest challenge here. Are we doing Ashley?
Oh wait. Oh, there she goes. She said Bob was not divorced yet. So yeah, so there you go.
Oh, he playing them games.
Yeah.
But it's not a game. She knows Bob's unavailable. She's asking, is Bob going to do X, Y, and Z for me when? And one of the things I don't think is appropriate is to wait for somebody. This is a dialogue around unconditional love, right? Unconditional love is reserved for certain people. It's not reserved for love interests. I don't think you have to love yourself and be like, listen, Bob, if you're not available, I feel what I feel, but this energy is not appropriate for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to lead to some level of disappointment. The sun turned upside down says it drains you. It literally drains the life out of you if you try to pursue this dialogue. And the sun card is an inevitable movement. So you are going to exhaust yourself a little bit because summertime's coming and the desire nature is going to be stronger for all of us. But I do think that eventually you kind of let it go and move on. So will somebody new be coming? Yeah, eventually. You got to get Bob out of the way first.
Got to close that chapter before you open up a new one.
Because Bob is taking up space in your heart. And I think that's important when people...
You taking up space in our heart, Bob. Damn it, man.
We can get to Ashley. Then Mike, you still trying to tag on, right?
I don't know. It won't let me. I guess send me another invite. I'll try it again.
All right, let's see. Oh, here you go. Boom. Invite.
Oh,
I'm going to get to you, Jasmine. I like your question, Jasmine.
Are you judging questions now? That's what we do.
I like some of them stand out more than the others. It speaks to me.
Now people judge him.
He's doing that's producer energy right there, right?
No, he said he's not producing. He doesn't produce the show.
He said producer energy.
What does he do? What are we calling that?
That's exactly what we said.
I just
what is that called? Oh, okay.
I'm devil's
advocate.
Talent. That's
he's
what
the talent.
All right, so Ashley, do you feel anything reason why Ashley's at peace in that calm? 819 Leo.
You know, I think peace and calm is something that we should welcome. I don't know that I don't know that there's a reason for that. Meaning, you can have spontaneous peace and calm. You don't. We can move through any area of life. One of my mentors used to say to me, "Do you know that your happiness is a choice?" And regardless of what's showing up in the day, do you know that you could roll out of bed and choose happiness before you engage with even the first person? Do you know what I mean? So when you're saying, why are you choosing peace and calm lately? I'd have to ask you why. Why have you waited so long? You get to decide how you're going to tackle the day before you even walk out the door. So I think that might be a bit of a reframe. I'm not doing any Jedi mind tricks here, but I think it's important for us to recognize how we get to say whether our day's been good or not, or whether our time has been peaceful, you know?
All right, let me actually put we're going to get to this next question, but I think it's so interesting when you always say you need to reboot in between readings anyway.
Yeah,
when you, our choice to be happy, are there things that you literally have to practice in order to do that? Are there like techniques that you have to, like, when you wake up in the morning? Like, I honestly do feel better when I wake up in the morning and I go to the gym first.
Yeah.
And I take a drive to get the stuff I got to get. Then I hit the gym, and then I do feel better. But I don't know if that's the end all, just going to the gym. Are there things to get your mind mentally correct for the day?
You bring up a really good piece in the dialogue around healing and healing conversations. There's 4 pieces that I always ask people about in terms of seeing what their spiritual health is like. One of them is what do you need as a part of your daily lifestyle in order for you to feel good? You just mentioned 2 pieces, right? The gym is important for you. It's medicine to you in some way. And so, you know, there's other pieces to that. But in terms of, do we need to practice happiness? Of course. I mean, there's a dialogue. We're not always going to get what we want, but we get an opportunity to accept things that we can't change. And that's, you know, part of that poem. It does take, it's an ongoing practice, literally.
It's an ongoing practice. Got it. What's our next question, Jay? Since you're producing.
Marjorie and then Jasmine. Marjorie, 8:15, resident Leo. Do you see any more babies in her future? Marjorie, 8:15.
You have a maximum of 2 this lifetime. How many babies do you have already? If you don't have 2, you have another one coming.
Damn, Marjorie, are you at your max?
If you don't have 2 yet, yeah, I'm curious, Marjorie, how many you have so far? I got 2 for you.
I feel like we playing spades right now. I got 2.
So if you got 1, there's 1 more coming.
3:15. Which one will come first, a baby or buying a house? Well, it depends how much fucking you're doing. But go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Which one will come first, a baby or buying a house? Give me a moment. I'm seeing the house. The house is next year, actually. This looks like in the fall, though. I don't know if you already have a timeline set, but as of right now, it seems like it ends up being in fall, closer to October. It's number 7 of swords. You make a definitive decision about your money. Of course, right? Children cost money, so this is your pregnancy, etc. Seems to be a planned one when it does take place. I want to take one from Instagram if that's okay. I haven't taken one over here.
And then Margie just said she does have.
Oh, you have 2 already. Okay, you're done, babe.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
no, and let me boom, right? This is what showed up over top of you. There's some other things you want to do in your lifetime, and children slow you down. I mean, especially babies, right? They kind of slow you down a little bit. So this is a choice you're making. You could make another choice. As of right now, you don't seem to have declared in the universe that there's another one. You have baby fever, and the fever passes. So, you know, as of what I see here. I'm going to take one on Instagram real quick. This is a regular follower. This is Landy Jean. Good to see you again. July 19th. How can I make the intimacy between my boyfriend better? Oh, here we go. You know, my Tuesday night lives end up being sometimes a little bit adult content oriented. So I'm going to clean it up for morning. But this dialogue. How can I make the intimacy between my boyfriend better? Give me a moment. He's distracted, first of all. So I think one of the first pieces for this dialogue is to have a conversation. And what do you, maybe he doesn't think that it needs to be better. I can't speak on his behalf. He's not here. But I can speak as far as you're concerned. You're dissatisfied in some way. You have to communicate. This number 8 of swords too. You guys are pulling. He seems to be pulling away from you. Sorry. You know, my cousin told me that he's faked his orgasms before. It's amazing how men will hide certain things about our functioning. I didn't know men were faking orgasms. I don't think I've ever faked an orgasm. Have you guys ever faked an orgasm? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Wow. Shit. Are you serious?
Safe sex is good because that's one great thing about safe sex.
A buddy of mine said that he would pretend like he, nutted in the condom and then just throw it. And I said, that is such a performance. That is such a performance. I can't believe that. Jay Black, you?
Over your years, Dex, as you younger, you grow, you different things you experience in life, and that may have been one of the things as you grow.
Wow. Give us some parts if there's any men in here that have faked the orgasm on Instagram. I'm just, I've ended sessions because it's just like, okay, this ain't gonna happen.
You just ended sessions. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but we can do something. It's fine. Like, because it can become.
Doesn't it affect that person's ego?
But somebody's giving you an Oscar, Mike Shaw.
It affects that person's ego, though, right? So you don't want to just end it.
Only if orgasm is the goal. And that's what I don't like. I don't like when orgasm becomes the goal of sex.
It is the goal. That's the ultimate goal.
It's a bonus. It's a bonus. I mean, it's a bonus, right? But there are times when people have sex when they're not really horny because their partner wants it. So you're not really engaged in it. The experience is not the same.
Had women say that. I've heard women. Yeah, I've heard people say, women, in my case, women have said, I'm not, don't worry about it. I'm like, for real? Like, number one, and I'm like, okay. Like, and I always say this, women, if you're faking orgasm simply not to mess up your man's ego, y'all need to have a conversation. Because I would like to know, I'm not going to bother you to keep going. Like, my girl says it not all the time, but she said it quite a few times. She'll be like, Mike, it ain't going to happen tonight. We'll work on this.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
And that's
we'll go for it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay.
That's okay.
I got
that's
you.
That's literally okay.
Thumbs up.
And Joy Jennings said her feelings will be hurt, honestly. Well, it's not your job. Your orgasm is your responsibility. It's your responsibility to tell your partner, keep going, don't change the rhythm, don't stop, whatever, harder, deeper, whatever it is you like.
My feelings would be hurt, but
can't go no deeper. I'm already in. What do you mean deeper? I wasn't holding back. No.
Right in the butt. Put it right in the, oh, you need me to go deeper? Okay. So
this number 8. She said she needs more sex, and that's why I paused first because I knew we were about to start talking about sex. But this number 8 of swords showing up here. There's a disconnect happening on his part. You guys have to connect on a heart level first. Again, there's movement. He's distracted. I won't say he's talking to somebody else, but you guys got 30 days maximum before this thing starts to really kind of crumble. Because on May 16th, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio says secrets become revealed. I mean, look at the leak with the Supreme Court. Look at the other dialogues that are happening where information is coming out that we weren't expecting, or maybe we were, right? Also, with the Supreme Court, I think this is actually just a test because the Supreme Court is changing, and I don't think they're going to pass this law. But I do think it's a test to see what other things they can challenge.
This was a leak that was done on purpose to see how society was going to react.
There's never been a leak from the Supreme Court before, ever in the history of the Supreme Court.
What's her first name?
Jalen. Is that Jalen?
Miss Pennington.
Miss Pennington. There you go.
7-2, starting a new job May 9th. Can you tell me how things will go there? I should always bring my glasses. Damn.
You're gonna hate it after a while. This number 6. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Congrats.
My job as a psychic is to talk about present and future. So congratulations on this next movement. You're not going to stay there. There's some manipulative tactics happening there. You're entering this job during a Pluto retrograde, which is where material comes out. You'll notice once you get there and start talking to people that you'll be learning some things about the business as it moves forward. And the business is changing. So the job that you're taking on is going to change in terms of the expectations on you and the weight. This job's going to feel a little heavy. I do see you lasting about 2 years here, but you're not going to stay. You end up hating it. So, damn, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to say? I don't know. My filter's just off right now.
Just say it. No, I think people want you to be blunt.
Yeah, just say it.
Damn. But you just got a job. Most people want you to lie to them and be celebratory, even if they know it's a burning ship. But nonetheless, I will say, let me end on a positive note. I think that's important. It leads you to a better position. That's what's important for you. You take your skills from here and run with it. And that's what you're supposed to do. Trust no employer, period. That's my philosophy.
And anyone ever want to catch up on the show, if you search Media Room 360 on YouTube, you can catch any show, previous show, even today's show. So yes, Jasmine, you can go back and search Media Room 360 on YouTube for today's show and be able to rewatch your reading over.
And if you're on Instagram, this will be saved on IGTV, so it'll be on my page if you want to rewatch what we talked about here on Instagram.
Next trendsetter.
Trendsetter 815. Is there a life partner in my life path with a lifetime subscription to non-plan?
Yeah, there's a higher perspective shown up here. It looks like you've had a significant long-term relationship in your lifetime. I don't see another long-term situation on the way. One of the things that I do see is a situation that feels a little bit more, I don't want to call it casual, but it's very loose. And that seems to be what flows. Also, this person doesn't seem to live where you live. And for whatever reason, that seems to work. There's some other moves that are coming down the pipe. I'm seeing this Knight of Swords turned upside down here. There's nothing wrong with you. There seems to be some kind of a dialogue around thinking you might be doing something differently. We live in a partnership-oriented society, but we don't typically celebrate and acknowledge seasons of singlehood. And we also don't acknowledge that not everybody's life path looks the same, and they're supposed to be with a partner to accomplish their objectives. This number 2 of cups here also is saying that there seems to be just some personal values that in terms of space and sharing space, that doesn't seem to be something that comes easily for you. So you can have a relationship if you want. These are all free will cards. This Ace of Cups card is that there seems to be some honest realization just about the kind of lifestyle that you want to have. And if you see here, it indicates some level of independence. So you get to decide what that looks like, but make sure you don't kind of fall into this dialogue around something being off or wrong. Many people do that, and I think it's incorrect. Because that takes away your ability to choose happiness. If what you're doing is incorrect, if you feel like it's incorrect, then you can't be, how can you be happy? You can't be happy if you don't say, I'm doing the best I can with the knowledge and experience I have. That changes everything.
We have a dilemma.
Nia says she got a dilemma, but it's no birthday. I don't know what she's saying.
Not getting too much into, but I should go back or keep my current decision to transition, not my marriage.
Oh,
anybody understand that one?
I think she wants to transition. She's considering
some kind of a transition. We don't know. Okay, so give me a moment. As we move forward, it looks like next year seems to be some kind of closure in terms of that decision or that dialogue. I'll turn over an oracle card too, because this is a general question. This reclaiming dialogue. Okay, you can change your mind at any time on any situation. I mean, it's really up to you. There seems to be a dialogue with regard to fallout and regret. So take some time. Take some time. Mercury's going retrograde until June 2nd. See how you feel. If you make it through the summer without choosing to go forward, that's fine. I do see you don't seem to make a final decision until next year.
All right, when you say retrograde till June 2nd, for those, because I know you've explained it to us like a million times.
Sure.
But what exactly are the bases? Like, what are we not supposed to get involved in when Mercury's in retrograde and stuff like that?
Get a question, Erica.
Yeah, one of the certain things that Mercury retrograde is really good at helping us use the power of hindsight to get greater perspective so that we can move forward in a new way. We can revive projects. Also, it's an opportunity for things to actually start to slow down. So we have an opportunity to go and revisit things that have been put on the back burner. It's a great opportunity to go and revisit and revise some things. It's a great opportunity to put something, especially projects, creative projects, off until after the 21st, if we can, especially if they're new projects. New projects are ill-advised right now because you won't have the momentum and you also won't have the speed to put things in place and hold them. So right now is a really good, especially right now when it seems to be a lot happening for a lot of people. If you're going through a lot of different changes in your schedule, et cetera, or your creative talents or your ideas, go ahead and give me some hearts on Instagram. But I think that it's relevant to know it's going to slow down very soon, around the 10th, which is next Monday.
Right.
Is it next Monday or Tuesday? So whichever day that is. So the bottom line is you'll be getting some new insights around the 21st. It's a pause type of a season. It's also a great opportunity to revise and change things you're already doing, because hindsight is 2020. So it's really a beneficial time to. And I'm seeing lots of hearts coming up. Lots of people have different changes coming up. I know my teaching schedule changed, which is why I'm glad you guys are having me on Wednesdays now. So I mean, lots of changes happening.
Joy said 424. Keep dreaming of having a girl. Is it my inner child reaching out, or am I going to have a baby?
Oh my.
Damn, Joy. Okay, let's go.
I think you want a baby. There's a baby coming. I don't see it this fall. There's a really great opportunity as we move closer to October. I don't know if you're going to be continuously involved with the partner though. This Knight of Pentacles turned upside down looks like an absentee kind of situation. These are all free choice dialogues, so that is a bit of a heads up in your dream. If you don't want a child, or to be focused on who the partner with that child might be as we move toward the fall, that's a heads up. And that's interesting. It's not all. And sometimes dreams don't have it either a hodgepodge, a jumble. This was actually a message from your subconscious.
You got an IG.
So I guess Marjorie said, so what you saying with retrograde, I guess she said don't sign any contracts, no final decisions, correct? Question mark.
That's not necessarily true in terms of Mercury retrograde, not signing contracts or final decisions. You actually can make a final decision on something you've already been negotiating. If you've already been going back and forth on something with regard to a car, buying a house, etc., you can make final negotiations now, right? Mercury retrograde is a time for closure and finalization and revisiting and revising. So it's actually okay. But going to look for a house now and negotiating now, there will be material and information that's not presented, not available until after the 21st of May, and may not become available until after June 2nd, in which case, if you sign on the dotted line, you may find yourself in a binding type of situation. So this is why we ill-advise new endeavors that involve contracts, because all information is not made available. People forget to say stuff. You forget to read page 3. There's a number of things that happen during this period of time. If there's something that was already presented, going back and revisiting it, revising it, making counter offers, totally appropriate. Just new stuff is ill-advised at this time. Not to, if you have to do it, you have to do it. But you just have
Jacqueline over here turned. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to take somebody from Instagram because I've not taken them in a while. See the light is saying my spirit team probably like, nope, you don't need to know the answer to. Oh, okay. I thought that was a question. I'll take a question here. Is Erie Pizarro, I would like to know about my health condition. And this is 6/11.
June 11th, about her health condition.
Yeah. Well, one of the first things I'm seeing, I don't know if you have like some kind of a skin condition also, but it does seem like you get something treated with regard to your skin in July. I'm seeing some. I don't know if this is patches. I don't know if this is burns. I don't know if this is like an inherent skin condition that's showing up here, but it does look like there's some comfort coming in July. Also, too, I don't know if you have been seeing a couple different people and trying to get answers, because there seems like there's. Oh, she's saying yeah. Okay. Trying to get answers on some things. I do think you're going to get some perspective coming this summer. And this devil card's turned upside down, so this looks like you're actually at the end of the road on what the situation has been looking like. Thank God you finally have some people on your team, your medical team, who actually help you.
All right. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
She said she had an accident. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Jacqueline, longtime supporter of the show. June 24th. She's asked before about relationship. Jacqueline been through a 31-year relationship, divorced. Do you see anything new coming for her love-wise?
On anything on this new love I found?
Or anything? On this new love.
Damn, sweetie, you got turned out already? You asking multiple questions? Okay, all right.
So she found love. So is anything new with the one she found it?
He hit you with the boom bap already?
Any wigs, mountain bikes? Oh,
one of the biggest things is it looks like you have like a really good respect for this other party. And if I see something showing up here, okay, both of you have this leadership type of energy over top of you. The interdependence here is strong. You're going to have to be careful and make sure it just doesn't pull you apart. You both seem to have some level of like having your own lives, but if they don't converge at some point, that can be a problem. It creates a bit of a disconnect. The Lover's card sitting over top of you is turned upside down, which gives indication that you guys will have to revise kind of your relationship agreement regularly. Is this person a Aries, a Libra, or a Capricorn? This is a lot of pioneer energy, and Cancer is one of the 4 leadership signs in the zodiac. So I'm curious if this other person they might have these signs prominent in their horoscope, but there's a lot of that. Joy Jennings says it resonates. October has been my fertile month. Oh, okay. Well, that shall continue.
It all lines up.
Shall continue into this fall for you, if you want to get pregnant.
Damn.
All right, go to another one.
I'll take one more on Instagram, and then I guess one more here, and then I gotta roll. All right. So Life is a Blessing 20, November 16. This is Scorpio. Is Gerald serious about reconciling? Is he really going to stop cheating?
I don't look at me. Why you look at the camera like that? Read the cards. Don't look at the camera. Read the card. Flip a card, homie.
I feel like the answer is in the question. Honestly, that's why I was trying to telepathically communicate. So is he really going to stop cheating? To stop cheating? That means it didn't happen once. Is it time to move on? I don't know that I need cards for this one. I think if we tune in this November 16th dialogue, the dialogue with regard to Scorpio is fear of change. And as a fixed sign, that can be something that can be debilitating. This world card sitting over top of you. It's time to leave Gerald alone. It's past time. I don't know if how long you guys have known each other, but I'm seeing this 3-year mark. So if you've known each other for at least 3 years, you can scrap him. But otherwise, it looks like you got to hang in there until y'all hit the 3-year mark, because you don't seem to be worn out yet. The universe will put its foot on your neck when it's time for you to make a decision you don't want to make. And that means you can end up battered and bruised emotionally. Whatever it takes to tear you away from something that's unhealthy, right? This is why we say, oh, some people have to, hit rock bottom, etc. That's actually God. Rock bottom is God saying, are we done? I need you to go here. You're trying to go there. Are you finished yet? It's all throughout, biblical scriptures where people wrestle with angels, but Jonah got swallowed up by a whale. He was supposed to go left, he went right. His life stopped completely, right? So this is what's happening with you. Also, I'm seeing this Emperor card turned upside down. You're also in a manipulatively abusive situation where Gerald is concerned. And I frankly don't like how he talks to you. He has a condescending tone. He's patronizing. And he also seems to always want you to consider his position. Fuck Gerald.
Wow.
I hope he's watching. Hi, Gerald. Bye.
Wow.
I really think Gerald is a waste of your time. And it's my job, I think, as a psychic, is to have a dialogue and be your cheerleader. And if that means calling who you're calling a friend an actual enemy, then that's what I have to do. I have to call people who they are, because the truth is really the only thing that offers us liberation. And you're struggling unnecessarily with this. You got 3 years with Gerald. Thank you. I needed that hard truth. You got 3 years with Gerald, so I hope this is the 3rd year. Otherwise,
damn. So even if what you just said is all true, she still got to do the timeline to 3 years. Like, let's say it's been 2 years.
Because it's not out of her system. The only one that gets out of this system can be moved.
Damn. Yeah, you got to watch people who might be your friends. They might be your enemies. Like, I just got a ticket in the mail, and I was trying to figure out what ticket this was. And I was like, where did I get this ticket? I said, I don't ever travel in here. Then I remember Jay Black was driving from this comedy show in Harrisburg.
Oh, you got the easy. Oh, well, they send the thing. Wait, what is this dude? Oh, you got a ticket.
I kept trying to figure out, like, why was I in Pennsylvania? Jacqueline said, "Hey Mike, guess what? What's his name? What's his name? Is his name Mike? The dude that got you turned up and turned inside out?
Know who it is? Who knows?
It better not be somebody I know. Don't play with
somebody
me.
Maybe
no. She said, guess what? What's his name? It's got to be his name is Mike. That's all. Did Dex leave?
He froze. Yeah.
Oh,
he froze again. But he had to go anyway. So every Wednesday we'll have him on here. So
he's still on IG talking.
Yeah, he's still on IG talking. Yes. So every Wednesday now. That's the new date, people. Wednesdays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
But he ain't get to promote his what he does. He does the class and everything. Oh no, he froze. Oh, hold on. Let me listen to it. It's gonna be feedback. Hold on. Let me listen to it. What's the date?
I'll be posting about it. But every Tuesday night and every Wednesday morning. On Instagram Live. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for having me.
Cool. Be safe. All right.
Thank you. That's what I was referring to. I'm feeling
all right, y'all. We have Dave Chappelle get attacked on stage. I'm sure everybody will be talking about that. That's what I was referring to. Is it your ex name? Look at y'all be remembering shit. Like I don't be remembering all this. That's what I was referring to. I'm feeling universal signs to make a change. Sometimes hard to realize that's what it is. Go ahead, girl. Don't be scared. Stop being scared. Change. But I be taking heed because I don't need God upset with me. No, real talk. So we talked about shout out to J. Marie. That's the truth.
Nikki. We didn't get to Nikki. I wanted to get to Nikki.
Do you see me moving in with my boyfriend?
I feel that you will, Nikki, but it won't last.
Shut up. Just stop.
I do.
Oh my God.
I do. I feel like you will.
So ridiculous.
But it won't last long. Oh, Shawn is back.
Okay. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
That's what I feel.
Why? What happened? What did I miss?
You missed everything. Jay Black's trying to do readings, and
Mike got a ticket and try to blame me somehow.
It was the ticket. You were driving. Jay Marie said, "What happened?"
They look at your tags and then go ahead.
Jay Marie, Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage. You got attacked. Yup, his name is Mike. His name ain't Michael Shawn. There's no way the dude you measure. It's got to be Michael.
His name, the man that attacked Dave.
No, Jacqueline got a new love in her life that she had founded it. And his name was actually Michael Shawn.
It's not Michael Shawn. What is that noise? Yep, his name is not Michael Shawn.
Small world. What happened with Dave Chappelle?
Oh, Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage at I think it's the Hollywood Bowl. They were doing a Netflix Laugh Festival this weekend. And that's a whole big story that we talked about. Jay Black been taking notes from. He don't know what he's talking about.
And I've been feeling something. I can feel it. I feel just a little bit, but I feel like Nikki would move in. But I just don't see it long term.
Nikki, please don't do it. Don't do it. So wait till next Wednesday.
Wait till next Wednesday. Get
Please wait till you think it's coming from that energy that folks think since Will did it. Yeah, I've been trying to tell y'all Will was fucked up for doing what he did. Try to tell you, it's just copycat. It's just copycat people who.
It's always been people attacking people though, like comedians and.
No comedian on Dave Chappelle's level has ever been attacked since after Will Smith walked his dumb ass on there and smacked Chris Rock. It happened to Steve Brown. Steve Brown's a hilarious comedian, but Steve Brown is not on the level, and Steve Brown will tell you he's not on the level of Dave Chappelle. That is just not supposed to fucking happen.
And that was like a concert, like a. It wasn't like a little.
That's
club.
A concert.
Yeah, that was
like 5,000 people there.
That's a big spot to get up on that stage. Yeah, I mean, security had to be real lax.
And I guess dude in his mind thought that Dave's not a little person anymore. He's not skinny anymore. So we got this whole nonsense that's going on. Black guy runs on stage and attacks Dave Chappelle, you dumbass.
And they beat him down that his arm is going the opposite direction.
I'm mad he's conscious. You gotta make an example out of people.
And allegedly, well, the news report said he had a knife and a gun on him, but he didn't use it during the attack. But he had a knife and a gun on him on his person.
He didn't have time to use it. That's the way we should state it. He didn't have enough time.
We don't know, because when you run it up on somebody, you have time.
No, he didn't have time because he thought he was going to tackle him and then pull the gun out.
We don't. Now you all going with his intent. You trying to figure out what was in this man's mind.
Well, what's his intent if he had a gun and a knife on him? If you have a gun and a knife on you and you tackle somebody, what do you think the intent is?
Mike, I have a gun on me every time I leave my house.
If you tackle somebody and you have a gun,
if something happened, my intent wasn't to.
Well, if your intent was violence, which that was his intent, then it's more likely that you were thinking. It's more likely that he would have used it than not likely.
Oh, she's saying his name really is Michael Shawn.
Why is the real name is Michael Shawn? Damn, be careful, girl. Joy, maybe he was reaching forward, and that's how his arm ended the way it did.
They beat him down.
First of all, his arm turned backwards. Thank you, Joy. Maybe that's how his arm got turned backwards because they saw him reaching for something.
Oh, and the security, once they got it was a whole bunch on stage after
and twisted his arm because they would have been beating his face.
Reaching for? Yeah, well, he got the beat down. So now everybody got to check on Dave Chappelle, and now that's the whole thing.
They got to check on Dave. Dave was good. Dave kept joking after he swiped him off and he got stomped out. Dave was good.
Ouch is right.
That stomp out should have been public, like right on stage. No, do it right here so everybody can see. No, stop it right here. No, bring him to the front. Bring him to the front so we can all witness this.
What was the whole thing?
No, they didn't find out anything. It's just a maniac who just popped on stage and did something crazy.
I'm sure the Popo will be interviewing him.
And it's a black dude.
And the news, of course, trying to make it sound like it's because of Dave Chappelle's content over the LGBTQ community.
Well, that was a dude from TMZ. Or what's his name?
No, on the New York news, I saw a clip too. They say, yeah, he's Dave Chappelle. His recent beliefs of this, and he didn't. So who knows? Who knows what the real reason behind wannabe scuffle? Because it really wasn't an attack. I guess the scuffle with Dave Chappelle. You said Dave never went down.
Well, because the guy who had the camera, who had the phone, didn't do your damn job. You already sneaking, recording stuff. Why didn't you record the whole thing? We needed that. Ironically, a promoter just hit me and says, yes, the show is on for Saturday. That's funny as we talk about it.
Okay. All right, so you're in the Showboat. You're in Atlantic City this Saturday, right? Showboat Casino.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you're going to North Jersey with me Thursday. Oh, that's tomorrow. God damn. Today is Wednesday, right?
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah,
but you got a show tomorrow too. The 5th.
Yeah, I told y'all.
But Dex said you're gonna be busy May. You got the 5th, the 7th, you got the Apollo Legend. Oh, maybe Jacqueline and her date Michael Shawn to be at the Apollo is in New York, where Jacqueline's from. Yeah, that's the 13th.
Oh, Jacqueline, you in New York?
She's in New York. Remember, she got the restaurant. She got a restaurant.
Oh, yo, where's your restaurant at? Jacqueline, send us the address. Send us the address on either DM me on Instagram or send us the address here. And I wonder where in New York your restaurant is at. That would be dope. I would love to meet you.
And Michael Shawn.
And Michael Shawn. I've never met another Michael Shawn.
I never met a white Jamal, so you never met another
I've never met another Michael Shawn. That is he white? Because, Shawn, everybody asked me, where'd you get Shawn from? I think my mom was reading a newspaper or magazine and she saw the name Shawn. My mom told me how to spell it. She spelled it wrong. The way I spell Shawn is not the way it's on my birth certificate. It's hilarious. What up, girl? Nyla, what's good? I just saw your comment. All right, let's wrap it up. I got breakfast to eat. I got a few things to take care of. It's raining outside. I just knew I was gonna finish the power wash.
No, it's raining all week. It's gonna rain all week this week. The East Coast.
It was supposed to be raining yesterday, and it was sunny out. Weatherman messing up my time. All right, y'all. Let's go. We'll see you tomorrow. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. I understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life, parking spots and all types of nonsense. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone steal it from you. It's Michael Shawn, Jay Black, Shawnee Scott. Sexy Mo will join us sometime this week or next week. Everybody shout to Trendsetter. Shout to our dude Dex, Psychic at Medium for coming on. You can go follow him on his Instagram. And happy hump day, everybody. Enjoy your day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.